It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday chit chats. Oh, is that what it is? We make wishes. Why can't I hear you? What happened? Oh, okay. So, nope. I heard you. Oh, I had your stream muted though. All right, now
Yeah.
they can hear you.
Okay, this is a test. Okay, now they can. Okay, because you said it and I didn't believe you, and I was good not to because
That's fair.
it's Wednesday, but it's not. So people know I said it was Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. Then I said we're playing Elden Rings. We collect 7 Elden Rings, and you get to make a wish. And after you make a wish, you get to
We call
hide,
it. I love it. Keep.
hide the Elden Rings again. I don't know what
Oh,
the plot
thanks
of
for
this
the
game is.
subscription.
Yeah, someone said, "Oh my gosh, they're playing the Elden Rings. I can't wait till we find Gollum."
I still can't believe that I had a voice changer on and didn't realize it. Like,
I don't believe it. I'm gonna call shenanigans on that.
It just has to be part of the face rig app, which I used to make the kitty cat.
JDZ,
Like, that had to be what it was.
Do you believe that Luke had a voice changer on and he didn't know it yesterday? Because he's saying, "Oh my God, what? I had a voice changer."
Dude, I would have picked a much better voice changer than whatever that was. That was not for a second. I don't hear my voice. You know, I don't like the sound of my voice, so I would never have it set up to have me hear the sound of my voice.
She's stinky. All right, you gotta go. You stinky. She's making me help.
I just love the fact that I said there's nothing wrong with my voice on stream, and everyone was just like, okay.
Well, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do in that situation? Like, if
you
like
say,
the
no, you're crazy.
Yeah, and just fight you. I mean, to be fair, you're already a cat. Like, it's already like it's too far gone at that point.
What?
Anyway, so let's see. Although I have been on stream with Luke, and he didn't know. It's possible, but like, it's just like the fact. I mean, okay, I'll believe it, but I don't.
Well, I guess I will believe people the next time they say I have a voice changer on, because I was just like, I don't have a voice changer. Like, I don't love it. Yeah, the price tracker. Yeah, it is through a website. Yeah, I know that's very descriptive. LRC stocks. I always called them MTG stocks because that was what I used for Magic, and they made a version for Lorcana. Oh man, it is the magic of OBS. Basically, I opened a browser source because their website has this on it. So I opened a browser source and then I cropped it to only show that part of the browser source, and I enlarged it a little bit and I put it on the screen. Hello, Jane. I feel like this is where I need to go. Let's hope we don't get murked. I'm just supposed to do his quests. I can go online and do the invasions. I have beaten this game. Then I got bored. I put like 150, 200 hours in the game. I have every achievement except for 2. The get every achievement and get the flame ending. I think it's the flame. It's one of the endings. I've only beaten the game once though. So like in my first run through, I tried to get every single achievement I could. But then I didn't play forever and I forgot how to play. But when I like started a new game plus when I finished to force myself to play a different type, and I hated it. And I finally got to the point where I could rebirth my character. Okay, that needs to. Oh well, luckily I'm also level 150, so yeah.
So
I don't have to have skill right now. I just have to hit it a few times. So some dude should be here. hope I don't have to leave and come back
What's
to make
chat
him
up
show up.
to? $22 dock. Hades is back to $20. Blurple.
Yeah, it
Listen,
keeps going up.
Hades ain't never left. He's just waiting for the right time.
Any of you people play Magic, apparently braids just got unbanned, and I had a bunch of those. Can't believe they unbanned that in EDH. Oh, whoa, did not expect whatever that was. I don't have very much health, though. And Gifts Ungiven was unbanned in EDH as well? Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't think I had foiled gifts, though. Alright, we haven't sold the... I sold one of my braids for 35 bucks, and I was just like, no way. So then I relisted it for 50, because I had another one. They haven't bit on the 50. Whoa, someone just sold one for $1.72. Whoops.
Whoopsie doopsie doo.
That's just so fun. That's just so funny. Like 172, 35, 15, 15, 15, 99 cents. It's like, did they have their stores not updated, do you think? All right, so it looks like 38 is the price point right now. So we'll list it at that. And other people are listing them. I think I'm going to list both of them for 38 and just be happy if they sell.
You can do campaigns on Twitch. I can just start streaming Matchington Mansion and get paid money.
Yeah, but you're all right. So you'll kill your views, right? Like, are your viewers gonna want to watch you play a gacha game?
My viewers love Matchington Mansion. Actually, it's one of the things they're always talking about in the chat. Is, hey, have you played the new Matchington Mansion game?
I think I've seen two of them. I thought about playing. One was a Roblox, but I did some reading and information, and I wouldn't have been paid out because I wouldn't have done the things they would have required me to do.
Damn it.
That's for regular doc, I think. I'm pretty sure that's regular doc.
TikTok, you don't stop, doc.
Bruh. Sign out. There we go. 16? Maybe it was for foil. Oh, you know what? Okay, this thing the prices on this are market or something crazy. Something higher than it should be. By average price, I guess. So I don't know how to change the ticker, sadly. Prince John has gone up a little, I guess. I did buy a bunch of docs.
Welcome to Card Watch. All right, should I get a bell of ding, 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 ding? You gotta buy, sell, sell, sell. After last night, stocks of Honey Lemon, the other honey character, going up. So make sure to buy Honey Lemon. Dude, why do you look like a hairball?
What? I've got a really awesome cape on.
All right, I'm going to guess the plot of this game. Okay, so you are...
All right, so you're finding the 7 rings, right? That's what
yeah, to make a wish. There's 7 of them as the Dragon Balls. Wait, I think there's 8 Dragon Balls. So maybe you're finding 8 of them. But 7 sounds better. So, all right, so we got... You know, you're a man, and you're trying to figure it out, and things aren't going well in the Elden Ring.
Did you say I'm a man?
You're more of like a being. You came out of the shower drain, and ever since then you've been looking for
the shower drain.
That's what you look like. So you came out of the shower drain
because I'm a hairball. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Someone pulled you out, and then you ran away, and that was really scary for them. But luckily you're gone, and that's been good since then. And now you're looking for the Elden rings, so that way you can have more rings than Tom Brady, and that's the final boss.
I just love the aesthetic of running with my katana out like that.
It's very dangerous, by the way. Like, very, very dangerous.
This dude should be here.
Where the frick did you put your horse?
What?
Where did he go? Your horse just apparated.
Wait, why is this guy back?
I don't know.
Wait, was I not supposed to attack him? I think I was just supposed to talk to him, maybe.
All right, you're gonna lose at least. You're gonna be negative Elden Ring. You're gonna be in debt. They'll be like, listen, you have -1 Elden Ring.
I don't think that's who I was supposed to talk to.
All right. Well, you killed him, so that seems unnecessary.
I mean, if I could. All right. So when there was a period that Bjorn, when we were all Black Myth, I haven't played that game yet. Whereas in this one I've played through. Is it all right? So here's the thing: is I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls, but I like Elden Ring. I don't like the melee aspects. I do play as a mage because I'm a punk, and my horse just disappears because it's a spectral steed, not seed, steed. All right, this time we're gonna try talking to him. Do you think he's gonna attack us?
Well, I think if he has a memory, he's gonna go, "Hey, real talk. That was really not chill, dude."
Oh.
Yeah, he says, "I don't want to talk. You were so mean last time we met. Honestly, you deserve every hit that he gets in on you. If you die, no one will feel sad, probably. Maybe your horse, because you put him in the shadow realm and now he can't get back out." Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. This guy has got to be stinky. He's like...
What? You think I'm... Okay, all right. You think I'm stinky?
No, not you.
All
this
right,
this man that's living in the blood stuff.
There. Use.
If you lived in a pile
I'm
of...
all soaked up.
Hey, good news. Your playmats are being picked up by a lady on my front porch right now.
Is that why your dog is going crazy?
Yeah, so I mailed 5 playmats, and it's going out to... It's kind of like the Elden Rings in a way, if you think about it. These playmats are a little bit like the Elden Rings in the way that if you combine them all, you get to make a wish. And I made a wish for friendship. And now they're going out to the ICL lads. I would say boys and girls, but I'm the girl and I have one. So, but do you guys want to see them? Stream. Do you want to see the playmats? We'll wait. It takes a second, but then I'll show you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to shake my nail polish because I'm going to paint my nails.
I don't get the magic bonus, but it is such a cool helmet.
Okay, no one wants to see them, and that's okay. But I did make playmats for the ICL.
I think we were just waiting for you to show them.
No, I needed a... And who wants to see them? I have... Okay, well, I can show my other playmat, which is not related to the ICL.
I need to do some squats.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it looks absolutely crazy on the green screen. Wait, do I have the green screen filter on? Yeah, or you do. So anyway, this is pretty cool. But I have another playmat that really isn't going to beat the baby allegations. I guess let me test. I'm going to test and see if my green screen's on. I'm going to test with this.
Oh, I was supposed to go to the round table.
Whoa.
Well, what is that?
Yeah, look how crazy this looks with the green screen on. Okay, I'll show you guys the playmat even though nobody asked, but this is so cool. Look, it's like the Elden Rings is inside of it. Okay, relax, Katie. Maddie Miller 420. I took my morning Adderall and a cup of coffee. This is the best you're gonna get. This is Katie, prime Katie. It's downhill from here. It is just a series of more setbacks until I go to bed. But right now, I have this, and it's really cool. I know. Anyway, so here's the playmat. Nobody asked for it, but you guys get to see it anyway. It's a cloth one, and it does look a little bit like a baby blanket. I will give you that. The baby blanket allegations we're not escaping them. But look, it's got the ice. Wait, here. No, here. Wait, did it work? No. We're going to get there. Here we go. ICL. Look at that. Look how fun that is. Yeah. To be fair, it is so soft. Like, it's got like this velvety kind of texture, This is an infomercial, but it's got velvety, kind of like really, really, really soft. And then on the other side, it's got like a burlappy kind of texture. And I like it. So you will see. Okay. Frank's 81 has a question for you. I'll read it. Luke, what would you like to play for the 512 person tournament in Deutschland in the weekend if you would attend? I can't make it. I can't make my mind up. I've been running PlayStation for the past 2 weeks, and it seems like RP of Ace. Sorry, I just don't know what these mean. Just kidding. He's saying amethyst seal, translate, and ruby amethyst, evasive wipes the floor with me. Listen, Franks, I can't slip. I'm trying to be a caster, so I am not gonna make any mistakes ever. So anyway,
I like some Amber Steel. I think Amber Steel is quite good right now.
It is. I've been playing it. Okay, so here's the thing. I was playing the Mulan one, and you cannot beat the joy of a gamble card. Mulan, Oswald, and Mufasa should all join forces and be like, isn't it more fun playing with me? And the answer is sometimes. And that sometimes, the times it feels good, is so much better. Version with Bolt. I haven't played that version. Right now I'm just playing the most old-fashioned Steel Saw you could ever have. What's actually in my list? It's something very depressing. My deck. No one's asking about my deck. They're like, actually, I do not need to know what this mediocre player is playing. It's pretty good though. I bet you guys wish you would have known. The Mulan deck was very fun. It's so high roll. Oh god, it's so fun though. Okay, hitting A Whole New World or Mob Song off of Mulan, you can't beat that.
What is that key? What do I have that shortcutted to?
Yeah, so the Steel Song that I'm running right now, and I quite like it. It's very predictable. And honestly, I think, it's predictable, but also a little improvisational. It's Wochucks. I'm playing Wochucks right now because he still is running Neverland. And I'm like, in this economy, we're running Neverland? And so I tried it. And honestly, Neverland and One Nala kind of slaps because it just gives anything that can up your Rapunzel chances matters so much, because I just feel like everyone's so conservative with letting anybody get anything with Rapunzel. So honestly, it's really nice to just fire off a strength or a strength or raging fire sometimes on a Nala and just be like, whatever. I will say Rapunzel's Tower I played with Rapunzel Tower. I have a hard time with it. I just feel like the fact that it doesn't gain lore, and the fact that like there's so many big creatures that other people creatures. Who are they? Glimmers. Characters. Tunes. You guys remember Homestar Runner? Anyway, I just feel like my tower just gets like dunked on, and then I just have like these little idiots hiding in a tower, and then they like fall to their death, and it's really sad. Like that's the saddest thing, when you have someone in a tower and then they fall to their death when the tower disappears, and it turns out that they weren't supposed to be alive. I'm playing with Legendary Milo on my green steel list. Play with Make You Happy. I mean, honestly, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to recite all of Homestar Runner. Emails. What? The emails. Cheat, we installed this light switch so that you can turn the lights on and off, not have light switch rage. Anyway.
I have so much I have to do to get to the DLC portion.
Oh, okay. So a person did ask you what you would play. So I guess you said Amber Steel. And honestly, I agree, because Amber Steel, of all the decks,
really good.
It's like the most so here's the problem. The blessing of Amber Steel is also the curse of Amber Steel. Maddie Miller, what are you saying? Are you saying no to Amber Steel? Or are you saying no to me trying to recite all of homestarrunner.com because I got more? I was raised by a cup of coffee. That's Homestar. Anyway, Amber Steel's blessing is also its curse, is that I think that there are so many ways you can titrate your Amber Steel that it becomes a little overwhelming, because it used to be kind of like, I don't know, there was like in set 3, there was 4 different ways to run Amber Steel. It was like, how many beasts, how many Robin Hoods. It was like not super stressful, but we got Fubita Gods. Anyway, we'll stop. We'll circle around. But my take on Amber Steel is that the hardest part is trying to not psych yourself out on what build to pick. And that's what stage I'm in right now, is that I see merit in pretty much every build, but then I'm like, okay, Mob Song is pretty freaking cool, but then I'm like, but that's a really uninkable song, really remarkably uninkable, and also cost 10. And then like, okay, you're like, but Grab Your Swords could be nice if I had like a board with some Prince Johns, and then you end up like getting in this like weird hellscape of like, okay, well, how many Vanessas, how many Troubadours, and I think that's the worst part of Amber Steel Song is just knowing that like you're kind of the first game is against yourself, and which is why I really love net decking Amber Steel Song. So if I suck, I'm like, it's Wochuck's fault, not mine. I'm perfect. Wochuck made the mistake, and I think that's smart. Always find someone to blame and never let it be yourself. How do you feel about that advice, Luke?
What was that last part you said?
I said always
find someone else to blame.
I said always net deck, because then if the deck doesn't perform well, you can blame whoever built it and not yourself. And I think that's solid advice, because I get scared being like, okay, how many World's Greatest Criminal Mind do I want to run? Right now, I really want to put in. I have 4 Biancas, and honestly, I thought Bianca was booty cheeks, as the kids say, but Bianca so good for Rapunzel's, because honestly, there's so many. What is this net deck?
Oh, you just went robot.
I did.
Yeah.
How do I stop?
It sounds like you stopped.
Okay. Listen, DeCandio, net deck is what I do when I search DeCandio's name on Dreamborn and then just build whatever you did. So here's the thing. You're talking to 2 different people right now. You're talking to Luke, who's like pro gamer extraordinaire. Look at him. He's locked in. He's so pro gamer. He's just looking at pictures of keyboards. He is such a gamer. And then you have me, who I'm new to TCGs. And I like science. And in science, you need controls and you need variables. And I'm the variable. Like, I am the variable. Therefore, I like net decking, because at least I can say, well, somebody did okay with this deck. And then maybe I can change a few cards and go from there. But I think net decking is super valuable as a new person, because I have a friend that refuses to net deck and they can never tell if they suck or their deck sucks. And I can't help them, because I'm like, honestly, you have 14 bodyguards and I don't know what that's for. So it's a little bit of like, I don't know what they're up to. Long story short, if you don't like making decks, I highly recommend starting with somebody who's good at it, and then saying, well, actually, I'm smarter. Or rather, the other conversation is, I'm going to make this deck play a little bit more like how I want to play. For example, God, I want to put Stout-Hearted in my deck. Also, gosh, okay, DeCandio, I know you can't get professional advice, but do you think I'd be crazy if I put 2 Sleepy Flutes in my deck? I want a Sleepy Flute so bad, and nobody's doing it. And I know that apparently Frank Karsten said, oh, well, Piglet's better. Is Piglet better? Because Piglet gets one-shotted by 50,000 things.
I'm so bad at this game.
But you died. Sleepy's Flute. Good luck with Flute. Okay, that's a no. Damn it. Damn it.
Piglet gets 3 lore in the time it takes Flute.
Yeah,
it
but
takes 3
okay.
turns for the same.
Here's the thing. There's things called what I call on-site cards, where you play them, it's on-site. And I feel like Piglet's pretty close to an on-site card. If at best, Piglet is going on a journey once and then he goes down with the ship. Piglet is the most, and it's really unfair that Ravensburger, and DeCandio, close your ears on this, that Ravensburger makes the most adorable characters the most fragile and sacrificial. Like Lilo making a wish on a star. I bet your wish is that you go to heaven because you're about to get banished. And then yeah, you got like little he's like, I'm gonna sing, I'm a real boy. No, you're not, you're out of here. And Piglet, he's a captain, and then he's out. Yeah, Brother Bear, he's like, I've got 3 fish. And it's like, well, you're about to have something in common with those 3 fish.
I'm terrible.
Roadkill. And so here's my thing, stop making cute cards sacrificial lambs. Why don't we have
the horse's head was a sacrificial lamb? It jumped in front of the bolt to save its rider.
I'm trying so hard to talk about Lorcana. I don't know what he's talking about.
Lilo jumps in front of the magic burst.
She doesn't. She's literally sitting on the beach making a wish. And then like Maui's like, it's Maui time. And it's like, oh my God. So that's just like really hard.
She was playing on the beach and he just came in.
Yeah. And he's like, guess what? It's Maui time. And then he like looks on the bottom of his foot and he's like, what's that? And I'm like, that's a child, Maui. You trampled a child. Anyway, so in conclusion, I want Sleepy's Flute to work, but instead I'm running stupid freaking Neverland, which honestly is kind of funny because I was playing it last night against my husband, and it is like a funny tempo card because like the amount of people are like, I'm coming for that Neverland. I'm like, good, keep coming for it, idiot. But I don't know. It's kind of an annoying card because, like, okay, Neverland, fine. I get like 2 lore off of it, but Mulan, I might get a free whole new realm. So I don't know. I put Mulan out of my deck, and I can't stop thinking about her. But I can't bring that to set champs. You can't bring Mulan to set champs. That's crazy business. That is crazy business to bring a gambling card to a tournament. But I guess Humble does it every time. So maybe I'll talk to him. How do you deal with the uncertainty of bringing a card that is probably going to embarrass you in times where you need it to do well?
I don't know.
Yeah. So in conclusion, I think Steel Song since the very beginning of the game has been one of the strongest decks because it is the most versatile decks. It is like, hey, do you want to be mid-range? Do you want to be kind of control-y? Do you want to be aggro? But because of that, I think it's also one of the weaker cards or decks because you have to be good. I don't think it's a deck that like you can just like play and be like, oh, this is my first deck and I've never played Lorcana.
Wow, really?
You think so? Like a new player that doesn't know the meta would have a good time playing Steel Song?
I mean, it was my first deck. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't your first deck you've ever played. I'm saying, like, if I bring my coworker and I'm like, I'm gonna get you started on a deck, I feel like Steel Song would be good to get them started on because it's such a good deck to know. But I feel like there's decks where you need to play your cards based on what you think your opponent's going to do, and there's decks where you just need to do what you're going to do and you don't really care what your opponent's doing. And I think Steel Song is a deck where you really, really, really need to be in tune with what your opponent's doing. As far as, timing Pete's, making sure you pick the right shift, making them make really hard choices between shift targets and stuff like that. But that's just me. I'm just an idiot. I just think if I was going to give a deck to somebody that's new, I would give them Ruby Amethyst Control because I want them to feel power. I want them to feel like a sicko. And I think they need to learn the bounce package first because people who are like, I don't understand the bounce package. I'm like, well, you need to learn it. It's important. Green, purple, first off, don't know what you're talking about. DTA Spartan. Are you talking about Emerald Amethyst? Then yes, I agree. Emerald Amethyst is... Although that's another deck where it is kind of a deck where you're trying to be mischievous. I think any deck where you can be like kind of creative with your punishments, you want to be, I don't know. Well, guys, I know you're here to talk about DLC champion Luke, but instead you're getting set champ third placer Katie here. But the advice I gave my dad is step 1, learn how to play the game. Step 2, learn your deck. And then step 3 is learn every other deck. And I just think there's a few decks that unless you have step 3, you're going to have a pretty mediocre time. And I think start with aggro. Although don't, because if you start with aggro, then you're going to be like, man, these games take so freaking long. It's kind of like how I started with Amber Steel Song and then I couldn't play Sapphire because I was like, I only need 5 ink. What am I going to do with 20 ink? What is the plan? Amber Steel Song, especially when there's Lantern, you're like, I need 4 ink and I'm good. I'm good for the rest of the game, Captain. So I don't know. I miss set 2 and set 3.
I did not like set 2.
Oh, well, okay.
The Rise of Lantern. Or the Fall of Lantern and the Rise of Flute did not care for. I like that some people are running Lanterns again. Makes me happy. It is a terrible card to top deck, though.
I thought Sleepy's Flute was the funniest card I've ever seen in my life. Because I was like, what the... is this a Sleepy's Flute? What? And then I got 3 lore for playing with the Storm Rage on turn 6. And I was like, I like this flute. But it is really slow and it does kind of suck that you have to pay 2. If you could like somehow play items for free, maybe it'd be cool. But man, flutes was so cool. And you're like, and then I gained 3 lore from playing this. I'm tooting my flute. I tooted 3 flutes over here, dude.
I can't believe it let me summon that.
I can't believe that you're still playing the same game. And it kind of looks like you're just like farting around Scotland. I don't know.
I'm just taking things out.
Well, anyway, that's Katie's meta report. I hope you have any questions on how to be pretty okay at locals. Then ask me questions. Otherwise, that's all I got. I only have advice on how to be pretty okay. If you want to be pretty okay, listen to me. If you want to be great, definitely listen to DeCandio. Or actually don't, because he doesn't He only publicly says things like "good luck with that," which is kind of like saying, "Don't do it." I assume it's like how like when you work in the financial industry, you're under SEC guidelines. I think he's under like REC guidelines, which is like you can't do insider trading and say whether Flutes is good. Well, I showed you guys my playmat. What else? What I got on my desk that I can show people?
You might get put in a pack. That's the Candy of superpower. Is he puts you in a booster pack?
No, I think he's saying I might get pack watched. Is that what he's saying? Because I don't want to get pack watched. Rest in Sir Hiss. So this is my piles of all my pack watch. What is pack watch? Is it related to the Green Bay Packers? Please tell in chat. So these are all my promos that I have collected, and rest in hiss in a cup. I'm trying to see if I got my crimpies in here, but I don't think I do. Big crimpin', spending G's. I got the something. I don't know the words, as you can tell by the fact I just didn't know them. I have so many Buckies. Oh, but I got 2 Kuma no Pusan. Rest in his. Oh, look at this. This is a cool card. You guys didn't ask for this, but this is an errata or pre-errata befuddled. Look at it. Stop it. Yeah. Pre-errata, because it says return a character. It doesn't say chosen. I bet this is worth $5 billion. It's probably not, but that's okay. I quite like it. It's foil too, so. All right, that's all I had. I thought I had cooler stuff in here, but all I had was a pre-errata befuddle. Is this right? There's 17 people watching. I need to up my 22. Okay, I gotta show cooler stuff. To be fair, they're probably like, "What is this?" And it's just one lady rambling about how to play Lorcana mediocre. I'm just going through all my cool trinket boxes.
Look at my trinkets.
Yeah, we got this one, which is kind of a bummer that like they made this pin and it was very cool, but then they released this pin again in the league kit, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But I do also have, this one, and then a bunch of lore counters. That's not very helpful. But that was a bummer. I'd call that majorbummer.com. Ooh, this is my rarest thing I own. Oh, well, actually, that's kind of cool too. I have 2 of the like little cool stickers that. And then look at this. It's an unused Lorcana lore pad. I'll never freaking use this. Are you kidding me? No way. No way.
No way.
You're dreaming if you think I'm going to be using it. And then I got this little thingy. Fresh pad. Yeah. Pack fresh lore pad. And I also have this little gold bag with a Mickey pin in it because when I went to the little D23 panel, Ryan Miller said, "Everybody look under your seat." And then he said, "Haha, you guys are so stupid. There's nothing under your seat." And then we went, "Oh," and he's like, "But you guys are going to get something as you walk out." And we went, "Yay." So that was kind of fun.
That's a good troll.
Yeah, I was really excited and then sad and then excited again. That was a very cool panel. That was a panel where they announced a few things that, if you're paying attention at home, we're still waiting on. And I'm a little excited for that. I'm excited because they announced quest events, which I'm questing right now. Every day is a quest event if you're me.
Questing right now, huh?
Yeah, I don't take a rest from my quest. I'm questing as hard as I can, and I never stop. All right. Maybe you should play Elden Rings harder because I don't think people are vibing with me shit talk. Well, to be fair, you're not in the Lorcana stream, so I'm confused. So I guess I'll talk about Elden Ring. So here, guys, we got the uplifting aromatic, which is honestly one of the more important items in the game. As you can tell by the fact that we're in the spooky. I don't have anything. This is too hard.
It's too hard.
It is. I thought it'd be fun. I'm not having fun, Grandpa. All right, who's playing in the ICL tomorrow?
Love to Lore and the Portal.
Nice. The portal, or as I like to call them, the logo that is a little too wide to fit in the traditional places we put the other logos. Make your logo a little more square, the portal. This is from me, a person that wishes it was a little more square. The Genjutsu has Katie. Listen, JDZ, if you were here, I'd be so much better, but you're not here, and I'm fighting for my life. I literally.
He said he thought about coming, but then he was like, you know what? Screw Katie.
I know, and it's like so hard because like I know we're not supposed to look at the numbers, but I'm looking at them and I'm taking them personal. And now it could be because people tune in and there's one lady just rambling about Lorcana, and then there's another man that's just ignoring her and just playing a
I'm
game.
not
So it
ignoring
could,
you.
to someone, it could look like I'm like reacting. It's reaction content. Like someone's like, oh, it's a reaction video where she just watches some other guy's stream, but he's not. This isn't live. It's pre-recorded. That's my other theory. Is possibly that's what's going on here. Gotta finish my listen through of ICL. A good way. I know. I like having, like, honestly, I love the ICL for a lot of reasons. I like it because it is so cool to see people with funky decks. Because like today, I'm building that steel one. That steel. You know the steel deck? Yeah, I'm really liking that steel deck. No, the emerald steel deck that was played by Chris. Very hungry. What a cutie patootie little deck, guys. It was a green steel deck, no Diablo. And honestly, the thought of Diablo being there is enough to scare him. So.
Made me sad. I love my Diablos.
Yeah, but like.
The meta has shifted very much against it. Like, as Ed was saying last night, is like everyone's playing anti-Diablo, anti-evasives. So the fact that it's almost like if Diablo didn't have evasive, because everyone has evasives.
I know. I played against my husband's Ruby Amethyst deck, and it was just like evasive the deck. And I'm like, stop it, you psychopath. Too many evasives in this economy. All right, let me see. I'm going to send back everything, question mark.
Oh, I forgot about this area. I'm like, why am I dying? What's happening?
Okay, it's fine. Oh, Draco. JDZ says he'll join us, and I'm very excited because I'm not built for this. I'm not built for tough. Wow, this guy is fast. He's really good. Okay, I will.
Up.
Up.
I did not get out of the site like I thought I did.
So here we are in a bush. You don't want to be in the bush. That's what they say. No. A wolf in the bush is worth two in the not bush.
I had too much madness built up. I went gray.
Somebody asked what my favorite ride at Disney is, and the answer is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. So, if you needed to know, that's it. People Mover, I forgot. No, IFG. IFG stands for, LFG, as in let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, guys. And you're right. Let's freaking go for sure. The People Mover is elite. Here's the thing. I love transportation. I love boat rides. I love the sky, whatever. The Sky Mover, Sky Train, Skyliner. So anything where I'm just going to sit my butt down and not be moved from that spot for a decent amount of time, big fan, which is also why I love Living with the Land. I love Train. I love, Haunted Mansion's a good sit. I like Haunted Mansion because it's the only ride where they let you lay down for like 2 seconds. And I think that's a really nice treat that they're like, hey, have a little rest. You earned it. So big fan of that. I was sad at Continentals because Haunted Mansion was closed, so people didn't get to know what it's like to be spooky. I like it when parents are like, I'm taking my kid on this Haunted Mansion, and the kid's like losing their mind, and the parents are like, it's gonna be fun. Honestly, that's my favorite part of Disney, like in general, is that people bring their kids on like Space Mountain, and the kid's like, I'm gonna freaking throw up, and they're like, you're gonna ride this ride. We paid $5,000 million, and you're gonna get on this ride and make a memory right now. Uh, I did ride so on Flight of Passage. There's this very fun little situation that you go on, and it tells you you're going to turn into a Navi. And the kid watching the pre-show was like,
Oh
I'm
my.
not I'm not turning into a Navi, and had a mental breakdown. It was quite fun.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here, so I'm just like dying. I'm
No,
sure that's not what I'm supposed to do.
aren't we all dying? You know, I'm dying.
Slowly every day.
You would enjoy the Rocky Mountaineer train in Canada. So, fun fact, I love Canada. My brother's Canadian, and he got married in Banff, which, if you guys haven't heard of Banff, Canada, it's like one of the best places in North America, and maybe even the world. No, I'll just say North America. It's like I can't speak on the world. I haven't been to the world yet. But Banff is like really bougie, but also very, 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 very beautiful. And it's in the Canadian Rockies. Now, other Canadians will say go to Jasper, and I agree that Jasper is pretty, but I just think Banff feels like so European. You're in like a little mountain town. So if you ever have time, go to Banff. Also, when I went, it was around the time that Dane Cook was popular, so it kind of sounded like Banff, which was a popular thing the kids were saying back then. If you don't know who Dane Cook is, well, consider yourself lucky. Yeah, go to Jasper, but it's not the same. Yeah, because it's like it's Banff. Yeah, shout out to Dane Cook. Sorry you lost all your money. That was sad. Um, so yeah, I quite like. What are you doing? What is this? Okay. Uh, Banff is quite expensive though. Uh, yeah, Dane Cook. I remember when Dane Cook was like the pinnacle of funny. Like that was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing that's ever happened. I even had a Dane Cook CD so I could like sit at home and listen to it. Like what? Um, Dane Cook's face not doing so well, unfortunately. Oh boy. Oh dearie me.
Oh no, I have to compete with Dane Cook on Twitch. That's. I don't know if I can do that.
You can't, unfortunately. Where's Shady Z when you need him, you know?
Oh no! Got hit for way too much there. All right, so big fat rat will use magic, I guess.
Big
I
fat
mage.
rat. That's what he said.
He doesn't have a Lorcana price tracker. Oh, perfect, perfect.
I could not tell you what you're doing. It seems like you're just doing tasks. Like you're just like, I'm gonna go do some little tasks over here.
Well, so the point of this game is to just slowly defeat bosses, and I'm trying to get to one, but I have to get there. And to do that, I have to travel the lands and get past all these monsters and things. And this tower has like an Eye of Sauron on top of it that gives me madness if I look at it, or if it just sees me. Like right now, right there. So I'm gonna hide behind this, and then it's gonna go away for a moment, and then I'm gonna try to run out of its sight, and it's gonna come back up and beat me up.
Oh boy, time to load my Peter Pan Shadow Finders. I put sparkles on my nails and I think it don't look so good and I'm pretty sad about it. All right, well, I guess let me see here. I'm going to look. Is there any hope? Is there any facts? Any hopes? I don't know. Why are you going to unload your Peter Pan Shadow Finders? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
I did not dash, and I died.
I just died in your arms tonight.
Your shadow finders aren't up enough, though. It's crazy how low they are compared to Iago. It's so insane right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so upset if I get to the top of that thing and there's not a way to just turn that stupid thing off.
There's no words there.
The madness thing. The source of eternal madness.
How are you kids doing out there today? Y'all having fun? Any thoughts on when Worlds might be? No, because the answer is if you know, you better tell us. I'm just kidding. I don't know. The answer is it's not right now because Luke is playing the computer. So we know it's not now. That's the only thing we have.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
here in Nebraska.
Yeah, have you been to Gretna?
Nebraska.
It's in Gretna. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I'm too old for these fast Twitch games now. Story mode only for me. To be fair, I can't. I've been watching him play for like a certain amount of time. I have no idea what he's doing. I think he's just making stuff up. I feel like it'll be in July, August. So here's my thing is we have known in the past that usually they announce things like 2 months before it actually happens. But I don't know. I don't know anything at this point. And you don't either. Person. But we all know that we have love in our heart and a pep in our step. I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. I do think that it has to be soon-ish, right? Because I mean, I don't think they're going to start the new season until the time that they can. I don't know. Was that helpful? But my thing is, here's what I want it to be. I want it to be fall because I don't like Florida in the summer. Florida in the summer makes me feel bad. But here's the thing. Summer is here in Florida, basically. So Florida summer starts pretty much like March 15th. So we're in summer in Florida. So if it's between now and like the end of September, it's happening in the summer. So I think it is going to happen when it's hot. Big bummer. Big bummer for sweaty people everywhere. But other than that, I don't know. I wish I knew more. Texas too. Oh yeah. I lived in Texas for a while and it was rough. Okay.
I feel like that's gonna be a teleporter.
What an interesting thought.
Not? Let's see what it is.
Thank you, JDZ. It's been so hard. I'm so scared because he just keeps talking and he doesn't say anything to me and it's not questions and I don't know what to do. And there's 18 people and I think they're all disappointed in me.
Carnation is going on in here.
I just feel like I'm letting down God and my country.
What? Oh man, get me out of there, Luke. Get me on the side or something. Oh, not
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I like
don't.
this. I like it because it looks like you're like, what are you doing? You winning, son?
Hey, you're winning, son. What's going on? What in tarnation is happening, Luke? We were talking about this.
He can't. And here's the thing:
He's
he's
not
just
even
like,
listening to.
hey,
He didn't
well,
even say
yeah.
I'm
hello. He didn't-
listening. Hello,
like-
JDZ.
Thank
And I
you.
want
How
you
are
guys to
you?
know that this Luke made it sound like a value proposition. He's like, "Hey guys, you want to come watch we'll
I said
chat."
you want to come chit chat while I
And then
play
he said,
video
but
games.
then he no chit chat.
Do I need to put my
I
green
chit
screen
chat.
up?
He chit chat, no chit
It
chat.
would make things easier, I guess.
Chit
All right,
chat,
let
no
me-
chit chat is what
I'm-
Luke
Give
offered.
me a chit no chat. This seems like a chit no chat.
Yeah,
This seems.
because I'm chitting, but he's not chatting.
Let me green up. Real
There
quick.
we go.
Let-
I'm
some
green.
chit
I
in
just
the
need to be
chat.
cropped. I'm the Swift Glitstone scarp.
I'm chitting, but there's no chatting.
I
I'm
know.
tuned into the stream.
He no
I
chit
see
chat.
Luke's over there.
I just need people to stand up for me and say that Katie tried, and Katie did try. She did. She said so many things. She talked about
And
the
I
meta
see
for a little
Luke's
bit.
running around as a wizard or something in the
I am a
digital
wizard.
world.
I'm not entirely sure he's even playing the game. I think he's literally just walking around and touching objects.
I mean, what is that the game?
I'm
Is
touching
Yeah.
grass. I'm touching grass.
Digital
this,
grass.
is this touching grass the game.com? What are we doing here? Talk me through this.
I just need you to
I
know
can
that
hear
like JDZ was like, oh, I don't really have time for this, but it was just so sad watching little me talk to myself and panic about the fact that people were logging in and going, what the hell is this shit? And oh, okay. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday someone did say, okay, so 9 people might be too many people for our pre-show, which I thought was quite fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 more like that, and then we'll cut back. But
2
already
more. We were like,
people, I'm
listen.
not gonna cut them. I'm not gonna
I
tell
know.
someone they're not.
Well, I know, and that's because
after
we're a
telling them they're
family
on.
show here. Okay, we're
I
a
do-
family.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we're a family show. That's all I had.
What is happening here, Katie? Can you just describe to me and
No, I can't. I thought okay. So
give
here's
me a
the thing.
rundown? Okay.
So what he is a ball of hair that came out of the shower, and he is on a mission of some sort to maybe like find something else in the shower. I really can't figure out that part. So that's kind of where I'm at, as I truly can't figure out really anything past the fact that he is just doing his best, maybe, but it doesn't seem like he's doing his best because he dies a lot. So it kind of seems like he's just doing what he can.
Whoa!
All right, I got a question. Question number 2. Are we in the Lorcana category right now?
No, and that's the thing is I was like talking about like, oh, these are the decks I'd recommend to new people or not, and Luke was like, yeah,
So there could, is there anyone in the chat right now? Let yourself be known. No fear. Okay, this is a no reprisal situation. But is there anyone out here watching this that does not know what Lorcana is?
oh,
And you're all in. I'm talking to the Elden Ring purists out there.
yeah, I want to meet them. The people who are like, I came here for the Elden Rings, and that would be, to be fair, if you came here for the Elden Rings and then there was me just not shutting the hell up, that'd be so frustrating. It'd be like, is this like some kind of like focus test? Like, can you play Elden Rings while someone just talks about something else? And
I would like to see where that Venn diagram lines up though. Like the amount of people that are the Elden Ring crowd and the Lorcana crowd. Where do they match up? I mean, there's a lot of lore in both, I would assume. Whimsy.
yeah.
There's some whimsy in both there. Thoughts?
I mean, they're, to be fair, if anything, the Elden Ring folks are a little quiet. They're a little quiet out there.
Well, because I'm doing very poorly.
Yeah, so that's, I guess, a
So
problem.
where I am in the game, I should be doing much better. I should be showing more skills than I am because I've lost all of the skills I had basically, and I'm like relearning how to play. But I'm at level 150, so I have like very good stats, right?
I mean,
So
your
I can
horse riding
kind of
skills
be bad.
seem good. Your
This
hat
isn't
wearing
cool.
skills.
Check
Yeah,
this
you're
out.
doing a good job looking like a ball of hair, dude.
Yeah.
So the
I mean-
answer
Did I
is,
not even hit it. How did
of the 21 people in the chat, exactly 0 people said they're here for Elden Rings.
Okay.
But nobody said they aren't here for Elden Ring. So
I know. Okay. Who I gotta know, like who I would just like to know who is out there. Like who is anyone chatting? Is anyone talking?
there was DeCandio, and I said, I hope Sleepy Flutes is good, and he said good luck with that. So I did get I did get confirmation from God that don't play Sleepy's Flute, which is honestly that's enough for me. Luke is at Luke is at the pairing. He's given up on his toddlers. Here's the thing, though. We're not his toddlers. We're like kids that he said come over, and then he's like, "Hey, you should come over. I got this cool new game." And he's like, "Well, I'm actually playing it, and it's really hard. It's really hard. So just like anyway, you guys can just sit here. I'll give you a turn later."
Okay. I guess that's a vibe because we got Lorcana Olaf. Almost said that. Lorcana Loaf. Never mind. I said Olaf. I can't read, Katie.
Well, to be fair, Lorcana Olaf.
Lorcana Loaf. I thought it was
Is that
Lorcana
Lofi?
Olaf.
Is that Lofi? Is it
It
secretly
might
Lofi?
here for the good vibes. Okay, that counts.
I mean, I've got the vibes. You know, they go up and down. You can't
You're
explain
laughing
that.
at me lose over and over. How
I
is
came here
that
for the
not-
top tier. It wasn't a discussion because I think it was just me giving like, hey, you want some tips from the world's most third placing person in the world at mid-level competitions? Then I got it for you.
I got advice in bundles, dude. If anybody
I
needs
know.
that real meta breaking
well-
analysis, dude, I
well,
got
we'll
it.
go back.
Everything. I don't think I care about this puzzle.
Oh my god. Okay. It's funny because like sometimes I think Luke is about to say something helpful, and then it's like I don't care
I
about
just
this
talk about
puzzle.
the game.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
but
to,
I
I'm
need to-
interacting with chat. They
Who-
want to hear about the game occasionally too.
Who I want to know who Luke is talking to.
I know, because here's the thing: we
Is
did
it
do a poll,
us?
and nobody said I'm here for the Elden Rings.
Everyone, even if they're not here for Elden Ring, they're watching. They're
but how could they
interested
tell
to
you
hear
they
me
wanna
go,
do a
"Wow, I'm
puzzle?"
bad."
Okay, that's
What?
true.
Oh,
I mean, I think
it
they
just
know
said
by
on
now.
the screen. It had just said on the screen, you need to complete this puzzle. So
All right. So
that's-
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You're just showing that you're not watching what I'm doing. You're doing your own thing. That's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, so this is a question that came up to myself that I posed
Okay.
to Luke, but then he kind of ignored it.
Okay.
If someone is saying, I've never played a TCG before, I've never played one, I've watched Lorcana, I've been collecting the cards because I think they're very cool, but I
Right.
want to start playing a deck. What do you think is the most beginner-friendly deck for someone that doesn't know the meta and wants to like just play a deck and
Okay.
have some fun?
I
But
would
also,
if this is so just a quick question on top of your question, is this their first TCG that they've
yes,
ever
it's
played?
their first TCG,
First-
and also
first rep. Okay.
and you also want to set them up because I'm saying that like this is a person you like and you think is going to play for a while. So I'm also kind of putting in like the caveat of like you want them to play a deck that like has a little bit of skill. You want them to learn a little bit.
I honestly I would give them Ruby Amethyst as a
That's what
beginner
I said
deck.
too.
I would say Ruby Amethyst simply because that's the deck that I learned how to play on. And granted, I did have trading card game experiences before, and I understand, but I think that deck gives you something to do in the early game, something to do in the mid game, something to do at the end. Especially if your game is falling apart, you always have Be Prepared. And I think Be Prepared is a very good beginner-friendly card, to help when things get out of control. You can always just pay 7, reset everything, draw a ton of cards. It's fun. It's interactive. You have a pretty decent matchup spread against everything. I think that is the deck that I would recommend to any new player joining Lorcana.
Yeah, and I think like it's good because I think the bounce package is super good for beginners to learn.
Mhm.
It's just like a solid thing to get under your belt early on in your gaming experience. So yeah, that's what I said too. So never mind, conversation over.
Or okay, play a little bit of advocate. Maybe give some. A lot of people like to lean towards hyper aggro, but I think that will limit the capabilities of a newer player if they just go
Yeah.
straight to hyper aggro and that's it. I don't know.
It's not
I think
the way.
Skill Song is something you want to grow into. I don't know if that's the one you want to start with.
I feel the same way because yeah, I mean at the end of the day, you can. I feel like I also like think that what deck you play first is going to kind of determine your tolerance later.
Mhm.
And if you play, oh, nice little Disney resort mug you got
You like
there.
that? You like
Yeah,
that?
it's quite nice.
I like the flex a
Um,
little bit.
and
Every
I
mug I have on this show, it's always a Disney related thing. No one notices, Katie. I'm sick of it.
I know. They're like, oh,
I
you're
can't
Velma.
believe, dude, your outfit yesterday. Oh, it was insane. I loved it.
No one
I-
notices.
I love.
Luke.
I mean, I think
What do
everyone
you mean
knows
no one
it.
noticed it. The moment you came in, chat was just like, "Who is this sex magnet here?" Like, "Oh my goodness, this speed
Okay, I don't
devil."
think. I mean, that energy we kept quiet. Yeah, we're like,
I like it. I like it.
to be fair, yeah. I mean, I didn't even know what you were playing. I just thought like you're like having a little fun, and it was very exciting.
That's what I do. I like to match my decks. I think it gives me a little more energy. Okay, we talked about energy and frequencies a lot on my stream. Okay, and I'll give Luke a little bit of that because I know you guys are into the, the frequencies and the magnetism. Okay, I like to use color.
Magnets, how do they work?
I
We
like
still
to
haven't figured it out.
I like to use a little bit of color, okay, because color is on the
law.
color waves of the frequency. Okay, so if your colors are matching the colors that you're playing, I think you're going to have a better harmonic resonance there. So I like to match my colors when I play the deck. There it is. Fun fact. So that's why I had that outfit on yesterday.
Wait, why can't I get up there?
There you go. No?
I agree with you. I agree.
No, you don't. I'm kidding. Okay. All right. Sorry,
I agree. Anyway,
Sorry. All right, anyway.
In conclusion, you're
Didn't
doing
you know
great.
that Katie colors in her tattoo depending on what deck she's playing, and her audience hasn't figured it out? You thought you were special. She,
I like how I
Alright.
looked. I'm like,
you're like,
I have
okay.
done I have
That'd be
done
cool.
that before.
That'd be cool. I like
Not
that.
with my deck.
I want to get ink eventually. I know I'll get some weird tattoo only like something only people with tattoos get disease because of it, but I want to get one and have it be able to be colored in just for like that reason, basically.
I just really like Olive is just. Will this show Olive? Yeah. Wait, no. I have to do it a little further for it to be in here. Will it work? There we go. This is what Olive's doing right now. She's like
Well,
behind the
stare down.
green screen.
Nice little stare down there.
Yeah. She said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Nice little stare down.
Yeah. So we'll keep it on Olive Cam until she gives up.
Yeah,
Until she.
that was a nice recognition on the cup. Do you have a few of these? I like these cups. Every time I go to Disney, I like to grab them and use
I get
them.
sad because my husband's like, "Oh, we're gonna throw them away." I'm like,
You throw them away? You throw them away? These things
He's
have
crazy.
some good.
He's a mad lad.
These things have some good value there. You can hang on to them and put some iced coffee inside of it and keep rocking. I would not throw these away. I have so many of these things. I probably should throw them away, but I can imagine that this thing would take 50,000 years to biodegrade. This plastic is so thick. This is like the worst thing for the environment I could ever imagine.
So
problematic.
I don't like to use cups and stuff I get from restaurants.
Cups and stuff.
Because there's too many that just have lead and stuff in it. That I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna trust products like that.
This thing can't be of natural anything. There's nothing natural about the process in which this was made because it has like a little, right? It's got like a magnet or something at the bottom of it that when you put it on the thing, it'll register and then it'll like give you the drink that you want there. So it's something about it. This is not natural. This is probably unhealthy. To your point, Luke, there is definitely some witchcraft going on in this cup there. That is not of natural design. I don't know.
It's not what God intended.
Do I really
not-
have to
This
go
when
all-
God made cups, it was not supposed to be like this. I grew up on. Listen, it's like when people are like, there's
Garfield
microplastics.
mugs.
I'm like, I am more microplastic than man right now. I'm not
For sure.
afraid.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Unmicroplastic myself? It's too late. Okay.
I feel like my stock ticker is like lagging now.
Well, I don't know if you're always pushing your computer past its limit, and for what?
I'm not pushing nothing.
Okay, that's a good point.
Oh, Maddie Miller's in the chat. Yo, shout out to Maddie Miller. Says the damage is done. It's just an RFID chip in the cup, though. You're making it
Look
seem
at
like that's a
this.
normal thing to be in a cup, Maddie. Miller.
Yeah, right. Like,
The
listen,
GPU's
okay.
only at 90%, fam. That's
I sure don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds good.
I'm
I don't
probably
think
playing on too good of graphics, honestly.
do you eat RFID chips? Is that something you put some sauce on them bad boys and put them into your gullet? I don't think that's a natural thing that we should be. It's just technology, but you're a human. You're not technology. You're a living organism.
I don't like that it says it's on a 91%, and I'm like, oh, well, what are they taking? And it says 5% is being taken by OBS. Where's the other percentage going? Like
These are the
Elden Ring is
questions.
somehow taking none of my GPU. I don't believe that.
I don't know.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
But I like where your head's at, Luke. You're really asking the questions that people want to know.
My network only has 3% on it.
Someone's using your station to run some bitcoins off
Farts.
the side. You have no
Oh.
idea.
Right? It's just like hidden in the background.
Someone's got a freaking Trojan horse in your PC, bro, and they're just farming Bitcoin on the
I hope
sideline.
not.
Please don't get my secrets.
That's what's happening. Oh, they got you. They're just slugging away on the internet with 90% of your GPU there. Dang. But cool.
Cool.
Chill.
Am I at a
Chill.
waypoint?
All right. You guys are talking Disney though. What's up with Disney, Katie? What's your favorite ride at
Run.
Disney?
I said the People Mover.
People Mover is your favorite ride in the
That
entire park
sounds
of
like
Disney World?
a. It sounds like a horror movie, doesn't it? The People Movers.
Okay, here's the thing. So all right. Well, it's been a real one. Anyway, see you guys next week. I know I love ambiance, so I just love the ambiance of it. That's really it.
Okay. I like to get on the People Mover and go to sleep.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's so nice to have just a nice 10-minute sit where you just enjoy the little like beep, 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 beep. Just think about it. Think about the vibes.
I feel it. You're selling me, Katie. You're hard. You're hard. You're
like,
hard selling me right now.
Yeah, and you're like, you've had a day, your feet kind of hurt. It's like 2:00, and you're on the People Mover, and you're just kind of relaxing, and the wind's in your hair, and you get to go inside Space Mountain, and people go, hey, wow! Yee.
And there's rarely a line for the People Mover either. At least when I go.
Yeah, so it moves the people.
You're selling me. You're selling. The
If
Carousel
you're
of Progress is up there. I love going in. I just think of places I like to sleep at Disney World.
Yeah.
I like to go in the parks and sleep. I love sleeping in Disney.
Real talk.
Let's do that. Let's have that conversation out there for all the Disney fans. I mean, I had this conversation before on another stream, but I'd like to hear from you guys, get your feedback.
So-
well, mainly yours, Katie, because I know Luke is not
Not
So
here.
you you just want to go to a really highly public place, find a secretive place there and sleep, knowing that you're surrounded by people?
It's a marathon, not a sprint, Luke. Okay.
You got to understand, Luke, when you go to Disney World, there is your hormones are all up and down. You're having these dumps of your adrenaline is dumping and you get fatigued. And I'm carrying around, I'm waking up early, rope dropping, I'm eating all these fatty foods, and I'm walking all day. I gotta sleep. You gotta rope drop.
Aaron went and rope dropped, and he basically said it was not worth the effort and unneeded.
Well, he probably did it wrong.
He probably if you
how do you rope drop wrong?
Okay, well let me tell you. You go to the wrong. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Katie. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
we're fired up because like
sorry. He's pissing. Luke is pissing me off.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
like Aaron said it wasn't worth
go ahead,
it.
Katie. let him know.
You know,
Katie,
Aaron
please.
said the train's not that good. Oh no, that's Ruben. Sorry.
Hey,
I
Wait, no,
do
Aaron.
agree
Let
that
him
Aaron is
I
Ruben.
do
Ruben
wish
is
I
Aaron.
had the tree.
Lock him in, Katie.
Okay, so here's the thing. Disney is a skill-based activity, and that is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because once you know the skill, you have a great time. It's bad because then you have to explain people like, oh, you have to be skilled, and it's like, okay, well, that's kind of a tough sell to people. Like,
nah, dude, you don't tell them. You just keep it to yourself. Because I did that once, Katie. I made that mistake, and someone was like, "Yeah, I went to Disney. I'm going to Disney, and we're going to go down there and have a good time." I'm like, "Look, dude, Disney's you need to plan
for a good time.
You need if you want to have a good time, you better start planning that trip 4 to 5 months in advance. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, you need to plan every single day what you're going to be eating, where you're going to be going, what time you're going to get up, what time you're going to go to bed, where rides you're going to get on, how the whole thing is going to work before you get there, or you're not going to have a good time. You're going to have a bad time, I would say.
And I've been wanting to make a video about planning your trip to Disney World, but there's been a few logistical delays with me making that video because I don't want to do it too early. But yeah, I think like my tip. So like, let's say someone is qualified to go to Worlds and Worlds happens one day. And they're like, this is my first time going to Disney World. I mean, the first thing I would say is like, lower your expectations. And that sounds like really shitty, but I do think that's like a really good thing to do is to be like, hey, Disney World is designed that you can go on vacation there forever and ever and ever. So don't be sad that you can't do everything because you truly can't do everything. Yeah, just basically enjoy it. Yeah. So long story short, I don't know. I think like it's just about picking like 2 or 3 things you want to do. Rope drop is designed to be something that you have to be smart about, and it can go wrong. So for example, rope drop, if you pick test track and test track breaks down, rope drop's over. You screwed it up. It's over.
You're cooked. Yeah.
So yeah, I can see why people say rope drop because it can go terribly, terribly wrong. But if you use rope drop, I like to use rope drop to do as many things as possible. So that's why I do a Fantasyland rope drop. because Fantasyland doesn't have fast passes usually. So I like to go to Fantasyland and just like do like a haunted mansion and then all the like, or like Peter Pan, which sounds crazy. Why would you rope drop for Peter Pan? Well, it doesn't have a
Right.
fast pass and it's going to take, well, it does have a fast pass, but it sells out really fast. Anyway, long story short, you just got to prioritize. And the answer is you just got to talk to JDZ or Katie or somebody that will help you because it's,
Right.
and the thing is, okay, so the VIP experience, some people paid for the VIP experience when we went to World, like Continentals, and you only get it for like 8 hours. So like, I was like, oh, where's your VIP? And they're like, oh, it's over. I'm like, what? And so I thought like you get that person, like that is your manservant for the day. Is you're like, Jeeves, get me the Mickey.
How long do you get it for?
I think 8 hours. Cause I mean, I was like,
8 hours is still quite long.
What was
it
this?
is, but I just thought it was like, that's your day. And they're like, no.
I mean,
and
for
it doesn't-
what they charge for that, it better be longer than that, though. I need that junk to last forever.
Yeah.
You're paying out the ass to do that.
Yeah, and that's why I had a hard time with it because
Quite a
it doesn't include your park ticket. So that's crazy. And then you also have to tip. And so I was like, okay, I am the Disney adult, guys. I have spent so much money on Disney, but that was too far for me. Like it was the only time in my life I've ever been eligible to do a private tour, and it would have been the cheapest, and it was still like I was like, I can't. Especially because like not to sound like Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec, but I'm like, but I know more than you. Like I'm like, I can do this. I don't need you. Especially when I'm by myself. You can do anything.
You've gone to Disney by yourself?
Disneyland many times by myself.
Okay.
Because I work in Southern California. So I go there twice a year. And usually the first day of my trip or the last day of my trip, I say, well, jump off the plane at LAX and I'm going to Disneyland. And then
what do you do at Disneyland by yourself? I couldn't personally, and I'm not judging you. Live your life. Okay.
No.
I will do no such thing. I'm just trying to learn from your own lived experience because I think that's very interesting. What is it for you?
Okay, Maddie Miller already got it. That's Katie time. Okay, so think about when you're at a theme park. If you're in a theme park with even one person, are you hungry? What do you want to eat? Do you have to go to the bathroom? Do you want to ride this ride? That conversation, done. You're done having all those conversations. You're doing exactly everything at the time that you're doing it. So just first off, that's the glory of it is you're doing everything at it's the hedonistic, like pleasure driven of you are doing what you want to do when you want to do it. Do you want to ride that ride? Go ride it. Then you also
pet that dog, you go pet it.
Thanks, Luke. I'm glad you're chiming in with helpful things.
I am.
That is helpful. I did like it. That was one of the more helpful things you said, if I'm going to be honest. But yes, so you get to basically plan your day exactly how you want to do it. You get to like do things that are harder to do with a family or with like a partner. So for example, I wanted to go eat at Carnation Cafe and you go on the app and say, I'm one person. And they're like, oh yeah, we can fit in one person. And so I didn't need reservations. And I went to Carnation Cafe and I ate my little fried chicken. It was a fried chicken, which I love chicken fried chicken, which is kind of like a funny thing. It's chicken fried chicken. Isn't okay. You don't need to say that.
Yeah,
but anyway,
we got it.
We figured it out. Thanks. Yeah. But either way, you can just basically do whatever you want to do all day long. You go shopping when you want to go shopping. You take a break when you want to take a break. And it's just really fun because you get to like really like it's very meditative because you're like riding a ride and just
try it.
And like one thing, like I even get emotional a few times because like when you're riding a ride with a friend, you're kind of like, oh, we're riding a ride. But like if you ride Space Mountain and you're by yourself, like you're kind of like listen to everyone around you and they're all like having so much fun. And it's so magical.
That's hard. Maybe I should try it. But as someone who has struggled with loneliness for a long time, I think that would drive me insane. I think just being by myself, I've been by myself a lot in my life, and I just would not imagine going to the happiest place on earth or the most magical place on earth by myself. It's
so beautiful because
it'd be hard.
You just get to take it in, like just sitting on a bench eating a pretzel and just watching.
I do that with people. You can do that with people as well.
It's the ultimate locked in. You are locked in, like you are literally like in your own brain, nothing to think about. And I think I've had some of the most like, I don't want to say spiritual because people would be like, Katie says that Disney is spiritual. No, but like the very, like, you just feel very one with the world because you're like around, there's a term called collective effervescence. And it's one of the reasons I love Disney World. I love worlds. I love anime conventions. I love tournaments because when you're in a room and everybody's so excited about one thing, it's just like, you can't replicate that. And I think Disney is a place where everybody is having the best day and you're like, and so, third thing, I don't know if I'm on number 3. You get to ride single rider and sit next to somebody and go, "You're my new family now," which is really fun, and the bit never gets old.
Oh, dude, the single rider thing, the single rider queue is always a bit strange, I would say, because I'm a fifth guy. I have my wife. Usually, I go with my family, so it's me,
Yeah.
my wife, and my 3 daughters. So it'll be my 2 daughters, my youngest daughter, my wife, and usually just me as a guy by myself. And I always end up with making these really
and then you turn next to them and go, "You're my new fan." It's so fun. Try it once.
I do that. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? We're riding. We're locked in." If it's like, I got my little bits that I do. I have a little routine that I can put on.
And then where else in the world you just get to wave at people? Ugh.
And what's really cool though, because I have a pretty decent memory when it comes to that kind of stuff, you'll see that same person like later on that you rode with, like, "Oh, what's up, fella? We go." And you get a little wave and a little nod, a little lock eyes. And it's a
nice.
whole thing.
You're like, remember that time we had time? I remember that time we had time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, it's so, I highly recommend if you're ever on a roller coaster, like Space Mountain's a great one for it. It's just like turn off all your senses except hearing and just listen to a room full of people. Are you about to pick up some dog poop?
No, I'm just playing with this bag. That's
okay. I thought you were about to be like, well, it's time to pick up some poop. But
maybe I'll try it. Because I've done it by myself where I've gone to like a movie. I've done a movie by myself, like a dinner, like a self date. Go get some dinner, go to a movie, come back by myself. I've done that alone, and honestly, I did enjoy it. I really would love to have the company of another human being to go out with. I would like to have a conversation with people and spend my time. It's just me. I know it's a perfect thing, but I definitely will take you up on that and give it a shot. But I just couldn't imagine because I like to get into the lines and meet the characters sometimes. Because I'm making up for childhood traumas there. I'm just trying to, because I didn't get a chance to do that. And I'm like, I want to go meet Winnie the Pooh and give him a hug
here's
and
the
say
thing.
what's up.
Disney Lorcana saved you because now you're like, okay, because I will admit, meeting a character by yourself, it kind of feels like a Make-A-Wish situation. It feels like someone's
real awk.
Yeah. But when you're like, "Hey, Pooh, I brought you this. Can you sign it?" It's like way cooler because then Pooh has a thing to do. He's like, "Whoa, whoa," whatever. And then they sign it. And then they're like, "You want to take a picture?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And then you hold it. And like, so Lorcana has say of the adults meeting characters industry.
Yep.
Because it's like a little activity. Because otherwise you're like, "Hello, Minnie. How are you doing?"
Yep, it's really awkward. But honestly though, I did the whole card thing. I still have that. We've talked about this before. I have like a bunch of cards signed by the characters, and I also have the human meat shield of my children because I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna go meet Rapunzel."
Yeah,
oh,
remember,
Dad,
I don't want to
meet.
This.
I don't give
you
a damn.
Wanted this.
I'm gonna go meet Rapunzel, and you're coming with me as my human meat shield to make this thing happen. So, cut it out, okay? I paid all this money to get you into this park.
Cut it out.
Shut up and get in this line, okay? And meet Rapunzel.
Luke, if I sent you pictures, would you be able to share them? Or are you like in the Elden Ring?
Yeah, I could share.
Okay, I'm gonna send you some pictures because I have a story, and the pictures will add to it. But now I can't think while I'm doing it. But I will say that meeting characters. The worst. Okay, so I'll give one story before the story is one time. So I like meeting characters because it's fun. It's like exciting. But one time I was at Animal Kingdom and they had Tarzan out, and I was like, yeah, and so I went to go pose with Tarzan, and I did the thing. You put your hand, and then I touched his back, and that was just a naked man's sweaty back.
That's gross. Okay.
Yeah, and like the magic, if you could hear a pop, that was it of me being like, "Oh my god!" And it was like, okay, well, magic over there a little bit. So that was.
Oh, so he wasn't suited and booted. It's just a guy out there dressed up as. So it's just a naked man.
It was a man in a loincloth wearing like
Are you sure that was Tarzan and not just someone who just?
No, because he had a guy. He had like a little guy protecting him. A little guy protecting him.
Wait a minute, Katie. What was happening there? You can't just glaze over this. So you assaulted a man there.
I did not know. Okay.
So
I assaulted. But no.
You're canceled. You're done, pal.
Okay. He put his arm around. It was consensual. We were having whatever.
Wait, so he touched you as well?
That's how character meet and greets work, dude.
I'm not touching no sweaty dude, man.
Okay, but I forgot because every character meet and greet, when Pooh, you're not like, ew, you're sweaty. First off, you're popping the magic there a bit. There's only one Tarzan.
Send me that image you want me to share.
Okay.
I'm almost there. I can't find it. It's taking a second. Just like hold on to your imagination for a little bit.
Imagination.
Yeah, long story short though is
post the portal.
Oh, I guess you're like, I want to play my game. Come on, please. I was playing my game. I was having fun and now I can't anymore.
I like to go to Disney in August, so everyone's sweating, and I like to see the princesses and how they're trying to beat the heat because they're sweating their pearls off there. They're getting sweaty in there, and I'm like, dang, dude, I kind of feel bad. I have to leave in about I got an hour or so, and I got to go to this meeting there, so I will have to depart soon.
Okay.
No,
Well,
But not
here-
soon, but
Grandpa, don't leave me.
not my grandpa.
Don't leave me, girl.
All right.
Please stay.
All right, I
Oh, sorry,
sent
here we
it to the thing. So this is my story of when I was in Tokyo Disney. So I did the Disney College program in 2012. So I was just a child. I was only 5 years old because I'm very
Mhm.
young. And so my friend, he did the Disney College program with me, and then he became friends with Jack Sparrow in Tokyo. So the pictures I sent it. So I was like, hey, I really, really, really want to see you while you're there. I'm going to be here on X and Y day. And he said, hey, Jack Sparrow is meeting at this time. So just kind of hang around this area. And there's no way Luke, did you get the pictures?
Jack Sparrow.
Oh God.
I didn't see it. Oh, did you put it in?
That was
Oh
truly the
my.
worst thing that could have happened to me.
Oh,
Jack Sparrow.
let me
Anyway,
check these
so
pics.
yeah, look, it's me and Jack Sparrow, and look at all these pics. There's 5 of them. Look how fun it is.
He's kind of
and-
looking good there. That's a good looking Jack Sparrow.
I know. And so here's the fun part though, is so we're meeting. There's Jeff's Rolex. There we go. And I don't understand what's happening here. Yeah. So yeah, and we met him, and so in Disney they just
my.
kind of wander around.
It looks pretty good.
So okay, but I need you to notice
He
now
was
in the background.
enjoying this right here.
But now
He's
look,
very in
okay, but zoom a
character.
little bit to the other side, and there's like you can see a lady kind of glaring a little bit. It's gonna be like behind me, behind my head.
This one?
So now you can start seeing people are noticing like what the fuck is going on here, and why is Jack Sparrow macking on this random white lady? So here's the thing. So there's a lot of like love for the male characters in Tokyo Disney, and they don't like you don't wait in line. You have to like impress them, and they have to want to meet you. And so basically he was being like schmoozy with me because obviously we've been friends for years and years. And so girls were kind of waiting around and kind of being like, what the hell? Why is this girl getting like kisses and hugs and
Who
stuff?
is this?
And then
Did you say you were
at the,
famous?
no, but then at the end he said, and anyway, and then he did the Jack Sparrow runaway, and he ran away from all the girls.
That is
And
hilarious.
and they're all looking at me like, what the hell? What does she
did
have
you
that I don't?
do?
How was Tokyo Disney though? I've never gone. I plan on going this summer. I'm taking my
Oh,
family.
really?
there.
Okay, so
I
have
am.
you already booked everything? Okay.
I
Is
have
it too
not.
late? Are you already locked out? Okay, my God. Okay.
Am I cooked or what? Do we need to book early? What's up? Thoughts?
Okay. So you already have like your hotel and everything booked and everything,
Yes.
right? Okay. So like the good news is like Tokyo Disney, as long as you're not staying at Tokyo Disney, you're fine. Because like you just need to buy your ticket and whatever. How many days are you staying at Tokyo Disney?
5.
Oh, what? 5 days at Tokyo
No,
Disney?
I'm sorry. It's 2. It's 2.
Okay, I was like, that's more
Yeah,
than
it's
most
booked.
people. Are
I
you
gotta get production to find out because she's doing the planning right now. But my oldest daughter graduated high school. Will graduate high school this year, and she wants to go to Japan as her thing that she wants to do. So we're all going to Japan, and Disney is going to be a part of the Japan experience.
You have to, because yeah, it is. So I've been to, of the theme parks in Japan, I've been to Tokyo Disney every time I've been to Japan. So 4 times now because I can't stop. And once you go, you'll understand because it's like, what if Disney World and Disneyland had a budget? That's like how the best I would describe it is like, what if everything was pretty and clean and the merchandise was wonderful and the service workers were literally whistling zippity doo dah out there. Cheap booty, like they are just so happy to the point where it was raining and they're like mopping up the rain. They're like, we gotta mop up the rain. And they're so nice and everything is just magical. The merch is magical and the rides are great. So I will say that Disney, you've been to both World and Land, right?
I have, yes.
So Tokyo Disneyland, you'll be a little bit like, okay, I get it a little bit because it's kind of like if they took Disneyland and Disney World, mashed them together, but then also just made it really big. Like you'll notice that like all the walkways are like 3 times the size they are in America, and it's just space city. Like it's just so much room for activities, which is great. Yeah, and you also notice that people get hyped to a level that you'll never truly be able to comprehend about parades. Like people will sit waiting for a parade all day, which is something that's like yikes, but they like parades quite a bit. Their live shows are insane. We never did the live shows because we're like, whatever, it's a live show, who cares? We saw this show called Mickey Mouse Big Band Beat. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but it is literally Mickey Mouse hauling ass for 30 minutes. He doesn't stop. He tap dances, he drums, he dances, he drums again, he tap dances again. He doesn't stop for 30 straight minutes of just Mickey Mouse just
Do they switch out? Do they switch out the costumes or something?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it because like he is like I was literally like my mouth was open the whole time because I've seen Disney and like they don't film it, so you've never seen it. And like I'm kind of sad because now, but maybe you would skip it otherwise. But if you can get into Big Band Beat, it is literally Mickey Mouse hauling butt for just an hour. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I'm excited.
The screen there, and I almost died.
Let me blush my cheeks here. But yeah, I will say that the live shows are incredible. The food's incredible. The rides. So Tokyo Disney Sea, just like get prepared. Like lock in for that. Disneyland, fun. Whatever. Magical. There's some rides that we don't have. Like Beauty and the Beast, I cried. And I haven't cried on like many things in life. But the Tokyo Disney Sea, because they're just like, it was one of the best parks. It was the best park in the world. And then they added Fantasy Springs and said, what if we made it the best park plus?
So you think Disney World Tokyo is better than Disney World Florida?
110%.
You're kidding. What?
Tokyo Disney Sea will blow your pants right off. You're going to be like, I have to go home. I have no pants. But luckily they sell pants.
Insane. Wow. You're selling it. I'm buying.
Tokyo Disney Sea.
Buying. You're selling, Katie. I'm buying high. Let me write this down. Give me a Katie guide of Tokyo Disney, and I'm going to get the production on this, and we're going to figure this thing out. How can I maximize my output there? Because listen, I love Disney. Okay. I love going to Disney World. I love going to Disneyland because they have figured out, and I've mentioned this before, how to construct and how to monetize happiness. Okay, they figured it out. They got the recipe. Okay, because when I'm in there, my inhibitions are completely gone. I feel like so euphoric. I almost feel drunk sometimes on happiness.
Yeah,
and it's just like I don't care about anything. Like I honestly, I don't care about. Like it could be raining. It could be like I don't get tired. I don't get sleep. I do get tired sometimes, but I don't get like fatigue. My feet don't hurt when I'm in that park. It's just like they're pumping. I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, like there's been times where like I medically should be dead, but I'm still at Disney. Like medically I should be in a coma, but I'm still like, let's do a ride. But yeah, Tokyo.
I'm just like buzzing. So I have to hit you up on that and get some info.
Yeah, Tokyo Disney, I will just say that like, and it's crazy because it starts like you enter at a train station, like it's just a normal subway and you get off and it's the station, and then the magic starts because they have like little ambient music, and then they have the hotel. So they have 2 hotels, 3 hotels, 4 hotels. They have a lot of hotels, but like they have 2 that are close, Miracosta and Tokyo Disney Hotel, which those are like stupid magic. And it's like reasonable. That's the thing that's also crazy is like everything is like reasonably priced where you're like, it's like, oh, for this snack, it's 600 yen, but that's like $5 or $4 American. And you're like, so you kind of get a little loopy with the money. Like Mickey ears are 1,700 yen, which is like $13. You're like, everybody, let's get 10 Mickey ears. What are we doing here? They also take advantage of lockers. That sounds so stupid, but they have lockers. And I don't know why America, we ignore lockers, but lockers are great.
I would love a locker. I thought about that a while. Like, why don't they have lockers here? Because they have lockers on Tron. I'm like, this would be so nice to just have this all over.
Yeah.
Just drop your shit off and just leave and come back and pick it up later.
Yeah.
I'd pay for that. That's a good service.
Everywhere. Japan's in lockers. That's the real pro tip that no one ever gives you is that I'm not going to repeat that, Sorish. What are you up to over there?
Made me banned twice for saying that.
Here? Did we ban you? It's tough to say. You got banned in Tokyo?
Auto mad.
But yeah, I will say lockers in Japan are like the number 1 pro tip because you're going to have a backpack because you're constantly going to be buying stuff because everywhere you go is something where you're like, well, I need that, obviously. Or like everywhere you go, there's an arcade where you're like, well, I need that. And then you're constantly like, well, poop, I have so much stuff. So like lockers are going to be your best friend in the whole world. But yeah, Tokyo Disneyland is upsettingly wonderful and magical. And
I did adopt that one play that you can do, that meta where you can buy the stuff at the store and then they can hold on to it or send it back to your room for you. Have you done that before?
Did they bring that back finally? Because after COVID, they're like, screw you, carry your own stuff. But then
I did it. I went post COVID and we still had it for
good because that made me so mad when they're like, this is your stuff. We don't. Yeah. Don't give it to me. I don't want it. And I'm like, okay.
Just leave it there or because I'm not trying to carry this stuff around. It just makes me not want to buy anything. You just send it back to the hotel room for me or let me come back and pick it up at the end of the day. No big deal. No big deal. That's
Yeah.
that's part of the magical experience. Take my money, dude, because they're running your pockets out there. But still, okay, okay, okay. So Tokyo Disney, Disney Sea, Mickey Mouse Run for His Life event. Go check that one out.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse
And
Big Band Beat.
Big Band Beat.
Yeah.
I'm
To be
don't.
fair,
I'm
all the
done.
shows are magical. Big Band Beat.
Why
To be
did
fair, it
you
is a kind of a
dash
crazy show in the
towards
sense
them
that it
again?
truly is. It's kind of a crazy show because it's Japanese people doing a rendition of what American history music is. So it's like a little bit kind of like they're like, "This is jazz." You're like, "Sure, that's
You like
jazz."
jazz?
Yeah, and then it's just Mickey Mouse
How
hauling.
how far
hauling
did
sheep.
your English get you, or did you have to learn some Japanese to make it pop?
So a good example of it is so I lose my phone in every Disney park. That's just kind of
Mhm.
like a thing I do. It's kind of my bit.
The calling card, yeah.
And so I did lose my phone in Tokyo Disney Sea. And Jeff was like, Katie. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. And so I went to an ice cream cart and said, because that was the last place I remember going. And I said, telephone? And they looked at me like, what the hell? And I was like, telephone? And I don't know. Obviously, that was not the right choice, but I couldn't
Did you at
Google
least do the
Translate.
hand signal? Like
Yeah,
the
I was
universal
like,
phone?
telephone. And so then she just lifts up ice cream and goes, ice cream? And I'm like, honestly, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't give you a lot. That wasn't good. So then
That's so good.
I walk to, what I should have started with is you go, ego hanasemasu ka, which is like, do you speak English? Which is kind of crazy to be like, hey, do you speak English? Because then they're like, oh, so you speak Japanese? You're like, I don't.
I don't.
So, but then, yeah, somebody came up, they're like, oh, you lost your phone? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, and that's funny because my dog was on it. And I'm like, Shiro Inu, like a Shiro Inu, which is white dog, white Shiro Inu. Anyway, so moral of the story is if you talk like a caveman and you find at least one person that basically speaks English, and the answer is a lot of people speak English, they're going to say no. It's kind of like a Rumpelstiltskin situation where they'll be like, I don't speak English. And then they're like, but by the way, you want to take your form 2732, you're going to take it over to the bus over there. And they're like using really complex.
I don't speak English, by the way.
Yeah, they're like, my English
like,
is
hey,
horrible.
listen, my friend, welcome to the Disney parks. My name is Hero, and I would like to say thank you for coming. By the way, I must inform you that I do not speak English.
Yeah,
so
I think they're doing it for like legal reasons.
Don't ask me any questions beyond this conversation.
Yeah.
I would like to inform you that I have a wife, multiple kids. I live in Shibuya, and I do not speak English again. Yeah. Please.
Once again, legally, do not sue me. I don't speak English. I will say someone said Duolingo. Duolingo is going to kind of get you a little bit. They'll be like, you know how to say like kumori and kitanai. Like you'll learn how to say cloudy and dirty, and you're like, that's not coming up. I'll tell you that right now. So Duolingo is good for learning because I will say learning the most bang for your buck in Japanese is learning katakana because any word that's English that's they're saying in Japanese will be in katakana. So if you learn katakana, you can sound out lots of things. Now the problem is then you sound it out and you're like, yeah, that's in Japanese and I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
So that is the biggest
cook
thing
yourself even harder there.
Yeah, but if it's in katakana, there's a chance that it's an English word that they're just spelling with katakana. So then you'll read it and then it'll be like orangey sandwich. And you're like, orangey sandwich? Orange sandwich. I know that. And I mean, to be fair, you're looking at an object that's clearly like an orange sandwich. And you're like, why did I do that? What was that for?
Party trick. It's a cool party trick, probably.
But Google Translate and just using the little phone thing, honestly, is all you need in life. But I will say you don't need English, but you just need a good attitude. Because honestly, if you say one thing in Japanese, like just be like, oh, sumimasen, I want that in Japanese. They'll be like, Nihongo jozo desu, which is like, you speak really good Japanese. And you're like, thank you. That's all I know. So like, let's hope we're good here. Because if you ask one more thing, I'm dead. I'm out.
I think my kid, I mean, she watches enough anime to, if she doesn't pick up some of that, if she doesn't have a little bit of Japanese in there, I'm gonna be so disappointed because she watches so much. Some of that has to seep in after a certain amount of time, right? I wouldn't imagine.
No, it doesn't. I've been watching
it just doesn't
for quite literally 30 years now. And
Nani?
The hell?
You get nothing? That's insane. I mean, just through proximity alone, I would imagine.
I mean, okay, yeah, I think like you get a little bit of it. For example, every anime intro has the word oshiate, and you're like, that means teach me, and so that or show me. So you'll pick up words, but it's like kind of like a baby, where you're like nouns,
perfect
nouns.
That's how it starts, man.
Just
I don't know.
a baby.
All I know is nouns. And my favorite is daijoubu, which is just like I'm good. Or it's a question, Daijoubu desu, which is like, are you good? And then Daijoubu. I Daijoubu so hard everywhere I go. Yeah, Daijoubu carries me really far. I'm good.
I'm good.
Also, thumbs up carries me really. I do that like more in Japan than anywhere in the world. I'm like, because like they know what I mean, and then sometimes when they say no, they go like this, which I think is so good.
Number one, sparking.
Yeah, I'll say like one time I was there. So they do this thing in stores for figures, specifically figures where you want to buy an anime figure and you're like, obviously it's on the shelf, so I just have to ask. And they're like, no, we don't sell that here. And you're like, why is it on the shelf? So I was like, oh, I'm looking for this figure. And he's like, and I'm like, what a good way to say no. I love it. You're full bodying knowing me. And I think that's like a little harsh, but also gets the message really across. Just you could go, but instead you're like
that was in Korea too. They did that.
They did the full body like
universal. No.
I love it though. It's so good.
You know?
We don't not here. And you're like
you're done. I got you. Thanks.
My other favorite polite thing is I wanted to go to a restaurant and we said, hey, can we wait for a table? And she's like, and she went and talked and she said, you can wait for a table, but we won't serve you.
Okay.
Like, what a cool way to say, yeah, you can hang out, but you can't be here. You can wait, but we'll never see you. And I was like, what a polite way to say no. That, like,
why did they not serve you?
Oh, because it was like they were full. They were full on reservations. So they're saying you can stand here as long as you want, but we don't have any openings. So it was like she didn't want to be mean. She didn't want to say you don't have to go.
Respectfully, it should be like, hey, respectfully, you could kick rocks.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically it's like, but like so respectfully, she's like, you can hang out here as long as you want, girl. You can't eat here, but obviously you can wait for nothing.
Now I'm stoked though. I'm stoked because I used to like Japanese culture a lot when I was growing up, and I slowly kind of transitioned out of it. But now my kids are all into it. They watch so much anime. They love like Japanese anything. So it's going to be fun experience. I've never been to Japan. I'm actually looking forward to going there and kicking it. I'm looking forward to kicking it.
Bring empty suitcases. Like the true is like get a medium and a large, put your medium, all your stuff in your medium, and then you put your medium suitcase in your large suitcase. And so your large suitcase just holds your medium one. Then when you get to Japan, then you just have a full large suitcase for trinkets. And then the thing is that you don't know, you're going to get addicted to toiletries and weird stuff. Like they have like these heating eye masks that I bought like 5,000 of and like skincare, shampoo. Well, maybe not shampoo. Sorry. But
that's very, very hurtful, by the way.
It was a little. I know. But I buy so much shampoo and like bath salts. They sell like really nice onsen bath salts. And then, just like figures. Everything is like bigger than you want it to be. Clothing, because they have all these limited time merch. So, yeah. Although Sasuke in the chat says, if you want a Daijoubu kind of word in Hebrew, it's sababa, which is closely to tranquility. Sababa. I love that. I love words that are just like, we good.
We good.
We good. It's good. You're
thumbs
good.
Up.
Yeah, thumbs up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's
about to get
my husband
murked by a boss.
You deserve it. My husband took a video of me at the Pokemon Cafe, and like they have this teapot Pokemon. There's too many Pokemon. Listen, I like Pokemon very much.
The ghost one. I think I like the ghostly one. It's like a teapot.
Yes. And so you get to pour your tea from it, and it's just a lot of me going. And it looks really good. It's me being an international cultural ambassador, being like
a boomerang of pouring.
Yeah, it's just a lot of me doing my best. We did a wedding ring making class. We made wedding rings in Japan that you could basically forge it in the class. And the guy's like, I speak English, and he did speak pretty good English, but it was so funny that like,
whoops.
The smallest word we would use, he'd be like, yeah. So he'd be like, perfect is konpeki. I mean, we're like, that's konpeki. He's like, that is konpeki. And anyway, that's my favorite is you just need to know one word and you guys are vibing. We're just passing back this one little word and being like.
And just keep chugging along with it. I like it.
Like,
konpeki.
And they're
that's
like,
probably me. That's probably gonna be me when I get over there to Japan. I think I'm gonna try. I think I can. I don't have that little. There's like an instinct that you get when you probably like, I don't think I should say this, or I don't think I should do this. That's not going to come out right. I don't have that when it comes to language. Someone will give me something and I'll just rip it, dude.
They're so proud too. Like they're the most happy when you speak their language. And it's like, it makes sense because their language is like not a language that you'd speak accidentally. Because like Spanish, there's a lot of reasons you would speak Spanish in the world. But like Japanese, the only reason you know Japanese is because you took the time to learn it. But yeah, you will get some people will stare at you sometimes. You are a man and you're tall, and you
I'm not that
know,
tall. I'm very average height, but
okay, well, you have a tall energy.
I'm like 5'10". I'm
Um,
like
but like I have tattoos, and like a lady was like giving me
yeah.
like the like, and I was like, and it's
But
fine because I just think like whatever, you can stare as long as
but
I'm
I
not being
am
mean.
I am black, so
Yeah,
that
you do
might
have a
not
complexion that is different than most Japanese people that they might. And I think
not
it's like it's not sometimes it's not always mean. I just think sometimes they just
yeah
are kind of like, especially the kids. The kids will look at you like,
yeah.
and you're like, I don't know what to tell you. This
That
is
that
what I
did
got.
happen. I did live in Korea for
Oh
two
yeah, you'll
years,
get yeah.
and it was very similar. Like there were times where people would just come up to
Oh,
me,
good
old
to know
and
where to
young,
grab that.
and they just come up to me and just like grab my arm and like touch my face, and they grab my
Yeah, and you're
hair.
like, I'm a
I'm like,
person. That's
I'm a
weird.
human, okay? You
Yeah.
got to chill. But I was fine with it. I'm just trying to trying to get there.
Yeah. So some
Dang.
the sauce said I would have bet thousands of dollars you were 6 foot.
I will pull out a ruler, Maddie Miller. Okay,
Yeah, you have
okay.
like very tall energy.
I probably got a good posture. I'm not that tall. I'm kind of fat though. That's what it is. That's probably the fatness. That's what's.
The fatness. All right. Everybody boo JDZ in the chat and say, for every negative thing you say, we're taking away one JDZ dollar from the JDZ dollar fund. And there was like $100 in there. So,
Okay.
um,
You're right.
but yeah, I will say all of Japan's magical. What anime does your daughter like? Like, what's her
Everything,
vibe?
all of it.
What?
She
All of
likes
it?
the worst, in my opinion. Like the anime that I like, I like typical boy stuff. I suppose I like people throwing hands, boxing. You know what I'm saying? Using powers and blowing stuff up and just shoot. That's the anime I can sit down and vibe with. Like the old school shoot 'em up, beat 'em ups kind of thing. I grew up watching
She
Dragon
been
Ball Z.
watching.
She's
She been
watching.
watching Solo Leveling.
She's watching straight up slice of life stuff,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. There's like girls learning how to cook dinner.
And I'm like, dude, this is so annoying. I try to bond with my kids and like find common ground, but it's just like, oh no, they got a geometry test tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna pass. Oh,
Or it's like, we got to get ready for the festival. I'm like, we don't have to get ready for the festival, please.
Oh my god, Nasagome, you forgot to study. Dude, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Turn into a dragon or something, bro.
I cannot watch anime where children are struggling with tasks where they're like, oh, gardening club. And I'm like, I unfortunately am too old to worry about children's gardening club.
She loves it, man. I try to, and she watches she's got a wide bag, so she'll watch a lot of different things, man. But that's kind of the stuff that I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here. I can't deal with this. I'm sorry.
If you have a Google Chrome on your phone, I will send you a website called Collabo Cafe. So Japan has tons and tons of limited events where you can go to cafes that are themed, but like it's very limited and you have to kind of follow along where they'll be and when they'll be. But this website's very good for if you want to see if there'll be pop-ups, collaborations, limited time goods for whatever her favorite anime happens to be. I don't know what my dog's doing
into a chair.
Is there a Golden Kamuy cat collaboration? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. It's just Golden Kamuy plus cats, but why? For what? I don't know. And that's the beauty of this website is. But the thing is, like the collaborations, they announce it like 3 weeks in advance, and they're like, and it's 2 hours long. And you're like, why? Japan, why do you do this?
I'll have to check it out. Because I need to get back into it. I would like to try it a little bit more.
Yeah. So anyway, there's lots of food places I'm addicted to. I love cheap Japanese food. Like we went to a Michelin star restaurant once and it was very, very cool. But like some of our favorite places to go are like the fast food tempura places or like any of the fast food places are magical. And by say fast food because they're like quick service, but they have like the beef bowl places and like I don't know. I love all those places that are really good.
Sorry, I heard the dog.
She's literally Yoshinoya beef bowl. Yes, you can get a beef bowl. The thing is like something happened in Korea and Japan where like we should put cheese on everything, and they went yeah we should, and so you can get a beef bowl and they just fudge it up with cheese. Like they put cheese sauce and a little bit of sprinkly cheese, which is crazy in a country where a lot of people are lactose intolerant. They're just like I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it for this cheese. I'm gonna have a rough rest of the day.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it all for the cheese.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I'm
Risk
not
it
gonna
for
be
the
able
cheesy biscuit.
to sit down without tooting for a while, but it's worth it.
I'm severely lactose intolerant myself, So I know those vibes
But they are
all too
eating
well.
dairy at a speed that you cannot comprehend. Like one time we went to a place and we thought it was like an ice cream cafe, and it was maybe, but we sat down and we ordered something and we thought it was strawberry shortcake with just like a ton of whipped cream on it, but it was just whipped cream. We just kept eating and it was whipped cream all the way through. We ordered a plate of whipped cream and then we just had to like sit with that. And that was like 5 years ago, but I can't stop thinking about it.
How are your guts handling that though?
You know, I'm, you know, you when you're in Japan, you gotta, you know, really power through.
I know
Oh,
they have great toilet situations over
they
there,
do.
but
Their toilet
What?
situations.
I've crapped my pants way too many times as an adult to risk that. I
Well,
don't think I
speaking
can.
of, Japanese curry won't make you crap your pants. There's a place called Koko
Mhm.
Curry Ichibanya. If you see it, go. Koko Curry Ichibanya, never miss. It's so good. Oh, I love Koko Curry Ichibanya. So much so that we like ordered some instant Koko Curry Ichibanya so we could have it at home. Another place that people are gonna say is trash, but they're wrong, is Ichiran Ramen. It is kind of weird to go with your family because it is designed to go by yourself or with maybe one other person because it's kind of like you get these private booths to eat your ramen in. But maybe if you're tired of your family, great place to go. Is Ichiran Ramen because you just can kind of be like, hey, you sit in your ramen booth and think about your ramen. This is your time to think about your ramen. So I highly recommend that. When do you have to go? When is your next engagement?
My next engagement is about 30 minutes, so I have to leave
Alright.
in about maybe 20 or so.
Okay.
Another 20-piece chicken McNugget.
Unless
If you're leaving, I'm leaving, Katie. I'm not
I
staying
know
here
Luke
with
has
Luke.
not said shit. To be
I've
fair,
said
Luke,
all the things.
I mean, okay, so I think we can learn something here today. The answer
I'm bad at
is,
this game.
yeah, that's a good thing that we've learned. That also being a Lorcana thing, look, 22 people. And I think me and JDZ are carrying really hard. I don't think it has to do with us. I blame the Elden Rings and I blame the fact that DLC champion Luke Goodwin is refusing to say anything.
I'm chatting.
Imagine if like Michael Phelps was like, hey guys, I'm going live, and Michael Phelps is dead quiet. And for some reason,
You
this
got
one
Katie
girl
and
and this one
JDZ.
guy are just talking about something else. They're like, hey, what kind of chicken do you like? Have you ever shit your pants?
I mean, I think that's something that we need to be more open about.
It's
Is
true.
because
It's true.
I think a lot more people, the more I've talked about this subject, and everyone's like, no way. Well, once people let their guard down and you realize that there are more people who have indeed pooped their pants as an adult, and it becomes like a healing experience there.
It is. I'm not ready for that. But, you know, I think that I would never judge anyone because listen,
I'm sure,
listen.
based on that answer, Katie, I'm sure there's been a time where you have
Well, there's been times
pooped
where
your
I mean,
pants.
it's close, you know, but here's the thing. Yeah,
Okay.
Maddie Billy said I forgot Luke was here.
He's here in
What?
spirit.
To be fair, you're kind of blending in. You're like Elden Ring background colored right now. You're like you look like possibly a rock in the Elden Ring.
Mm.
The thing is it's like it's not even like a game where you're like one could say like, oh, I'm following along. I don't know what you're doing. You're just farting around the Middle Earth, just like getting your shit
I'm
rocked.
fighting things and getting rocked.
Yeah.
So this is the game: is you kind of kill things, you get to a boss, and then you throw your.
I mean, but there's like I've played games like, okay, I played break it down to me in terms of Zelda. Any Zelda, is it anything like Zelda? You got a guy, you're running around, like
It's
where?
like if Zelda was
what's-
hard.
What does that even mean? Like, how do I win? How
Have
do
you been
finish it?
watching?
I'm
Do you
looking.
think
I'm
this-
looking at the screen. I'm watching, and I'm just seeing you run around. You got some swords coming out of your head. Like
I
there's
am
no
playing a mage.
plot
I am
to
playing a
where-
mage, so I'm playing ranged, and I'm trying not to get hit. Look at his big health bar on the bottom. He's a little boss.
I mean,
I'm
but
shooting
what?
some
But
magic at him.
I need to know. A so what? Okay, why?
Yeah, why are you Elden Ringing?
Why are you? Why is he doing this? Why are you doing this? What's the point? What's the deal with Elden Ring?
What happens when you get the Elden Ring?
What is a damn Elden Ring? Is it a person?
So one of the interesting things about this game is it doesn't actually give you the story. You gain the story through
What?
playing the game. Like instead of there being like a bunch of dialogue and everything, you like come across a scene, like a room that's bloody and there's like a table knocked over and you can find some notes that talk about like someone discussing a struggle they had, and that's like the lore you get. So instead of there being cutscenes and them feeding you bites of information, you wake up, you're known as a tarnished, meaning that when you die, you get resurrected. You're in some sort of afterlife type thing. Oh shit!
What are you
And
working on?
What? How are you? You're getting just cooked. Like everyone is beating your ass. Like,
everything in this world basically is aggressive.
But what are
And
you
I'm a
doing?
mage,
What are your
so I have
goals?
very, very little health. Like very little health. If you look at my mana bar is way bigger, right?
But what are your goals right now? Like if you had to say like, hey Luke,
Beat
it's
Here's
things,
how
Adrian.
here's
power
how I
myself
went.
up.
Power yourself
Right.
up. Is there a boss? Is the Elden Ring a guy
I mean,
you're
this
trying
thing
to
I'm
take out?
fighting right now is a boss, and no,
Are you-
the
like,
Elden Ring
why
is
do
not
you
a
need to
boss.
fight
It's like a
him?
superpower that
Yeah,
I'm
what's
trying to
he?
unlock.
Okay, so you got to beat this guy, and he's just beating your ass. Look, it's not even close. He's like absolutely destroying you, dude. Like,
No, he's not.
so
I've gotten him to like one hit like 5 times. I don't
won't
even
you?
wanna hear
Won't
it.
you just go like hit the woods or something and like beat up some chipmunks and get some powers there instead of trying to go after this guy?
I am choosing not to level up anymore because I don't want to make the game easy by over leveling.
That
a
seems
problem.
like I don't know, man.
I like to do that in Pokemon where I make my
I mean, look
team
at how
just
easy this
freaking
thing is to take down.
rock
Like
solid.
I've been trying not to use my summon because like it distracts it and I can just go to town.
I just want to one shot the gym. When I'm playing Pokemon, I want to show up to the gym and just rock every person in that gym. And they're like, get out, take your badge, you sicko. Like that's my goal when I play Pokemon.
Oh, you got him. You beat him there. Okay,
Well, yeah, I chose
and that's
to
it.
just get it
So the
done
game is
easy.
over. You win.
You won the Elden Ring.
No, the game's not over.
That's
This game
it.
is gigantic. Look at this map.
Congratulations
doing?
on the
Discovered
Elden
this
Ring.
little bit. It goes up here and there. I bought the DLC. I haven't played the DLC, but I started
Isn't
a new
Lorcana
game
challenge?
plus, so I'm trying to get to where
Ah,
the DLC
you bought the
is.
Disney. Is that? Did it say when Worlds is?
Well,
Inside the
see,
DLC
I mean
you bought?
DLC like what DLCs used to mean.
Huh.
It's not what it used to mean. Yeah, I really, really, really like that. You know, what? Okay, I do love feeling like a sicko. Yeah, in reference to
Oh, I think
just
there's a
dunking
dragon
on the
here.
kids at the gyms. I will say in Japan they have the best collaborations where like there's this coffee you can get in a can called Boss Coffee, and right now they're doing a collaboration with Pokemon where you can get a Giovanni Boss Coffee collaboration jacket. Very magical, very cool.
You want to see a dragon? That is
No.
definitely a dragon.
Where? Oh, over there. Go get it. Go get it. How to tame it? You can be like Pickle or Pickle. That's not his name. Hiccup. Are you guys going to any place outside of Tokyo or just Tokyo?
We're gonna spend half the time in Tokyo. We're gonna go to Tokyo Disney, and my request was to spend some time in a Japanese countryside somewhere. That's what I want to do, and like maybe somewhere with I haven't done the research or decided like exactly where that place is, but just somewhere where they have like a ceremonial bell ringing with like some
I was stuck in the menu.
it's
like an
monks
idiot.
the right word. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's monks, but I just want to see some cherry blossoms, man, and kind of hang out and drink some tea in the
You're going in the
countryside
summer?
somewhere. Yes.
Okay, well, you might want to see some cherry blossoms.
I might not. Maybe not cherry blossoms. Just some damn
But some
flowers. Katie.
greenery.
Okay.
You want to take in.
I want to see. I want to take in. I want to see a mountain. Okay. I want to go to a mountain thing and just hang out. I like nature too. I like to
So
get a
if
little
you
hike
want to
in or
do
something.
like, if you don't want to like go too far from Tokyo, then not Arashiyama. Oh my gosh. God, now I just forgot. Arashiyama's in Kyoto. So like Kyoto's like the like default like cool place to go, but you will
Mhm.
get absolutely destroyed by people, and they'll always be like, "Oh, it's tourists." There's a lot of Japanese, like people bring their schools there, like so like Kyoto I think was 100% worth it, but like it's really worth it if you're a morning person. Like for example, we woke up at like 4 a.m. and did everything, and then by the time like 2 p.m. rolled around, we're like, and we're cooked. So like Kyoto, I think you do get a lot of bang for your buck as far as like just it's outstandingly beautiful. But then there's some places nearby that is.
Do you do like nature stuff? Do you hike or do you backpack or do any kind of thing in your own personal life? Is that something
I
that you
don't, but I should. I like to go hiking, but the problem is
Mhm.
I hate like going to it. Like if I'm on a vacation and it like is near, but like for
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
I live in Colorado Springs and the mountains are like 45 minutes away.
Yep.
but like that 45-minute, the act of like, okay, well, I have to get up, get all my shit together, drive 45 minutes, and then I can go on a hike and then I have to drive back home.
I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah. So if it's
yeah.
available, I do like to do it. But I will say that the good news is in Tokyo, there's lots of like respites that are like really, really, really magical and quiet. Like the Meiji Jingu Shrine in Harajuku is so magical.
Shrines. That's what I want to see. Just like I kind of want to do. I want to experience like I said. I do watch a little bit of anime. Like the anime
scared them away.
Like when it's going off. You know, like and they got the music.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that scene.
Like something. You know what I'm talking. You don't know what I'm talking about. But you know.
You want to live the cool parts of Kimetsu no Yaiba. You're like, I want to be. Although that is something funny when you like go to Japan and like you're like, I want the Demon Slayer. And they're like, what? You're like, the Demon Slayer. And they're like, you mean Kimetsu no Yaiba, you idiot? Or like Attack on Titan's like Kingeki no Show something. Either way, you sound dumb. Boku wa Hero Academia. I don't know. So you sound dumb because the anime is not, you think you know what you're talking about until you have to say it. Kind of like when I was asking for Disney Lorcana and you sound foolish because you can't say Disney Lorcana, you have to say Disney Lorcana, and that feels not great to say as a white person. I don't know, saying Disney makes it sound like I'm making fun of them, but that's how they say Disney. Is Disney Disney Lorcana, and Lorcana is just,
you're done, Katie, you're canceled too.
That's how you say it. It's how you say it.
You'll never work in this town again.
Yeah, they'll be like, why did you say it like that? I'll be like, read it. Read the kana, idiot. How else am I supposed to say that?
Hey, I stole her hat.
You stole her hat. Why is her hat so big? Is that another person that came out of a shower drain?
Yeah, why? What is that? Yo, this game is now. So who you're talking to? What are you guys talking about? I have no memory of inking. What is he inking? It is Lorcana. Look at that.
Here, let me move you so you can read.
I thought he said inking. Yo, it is Lorcana.
Welcome, guys. You thought that we were talking about Lorcana, but we are in Lorcana.
We are in Lorcana.
If you're
I am
children,
Witch Rani. I stole death long ago. I can't read that fast.
Yeah,
keep going. You're doing so well.
My one day up in the hole of it. It's going too
she
fast.
got deep voice.
All right, do we serve Rani or do not serve? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to serve.
Like serve like a burger.
Like serve like a catwalk.
Oh, server like serve.
Oh, you got served like a dance battle. Yeah,
like
serve her up, dude.
I see. To be fair, I'm not working for anybody that has that hand.
Well made. Thou art rare sort. Not many would have accepted the offer. Oh shit, you messed up, Luke. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, undo.
Yeah, you should say psych.
Psych. You thought.
You are so stupid.
I thought if I need to.
Good. And we shall proceed with haste. So I'm looking at the stream. I'm not looking at the videos. I'm lagging there.
I know. The other day I was casting and I was watching the stream instead of this, and so Luke went, and then 2 seconds later I was like,
I've done that before.
I was like, why is Luke so excited? Oh.
All right, there we go. There, I upped the.
I built that deck that Chris played last night, the Emerald, not Diablo deck. My God, that was a fun deck. It is so cute. I love it.
The Emerald non-Diablo deck?
Yeah, Diabless.
Diabless, huh?
Yeah, I typed it and I said Diabless in the chat, and it looked like I was like Diablessed, like hashtag Diabless.
Stay blessed.
Hashtag I am may we Diabless this home. But it was very, very, very fun, and I'm excited to play it more because I still can't decide what I'm bringing to set champs because that is my nightmare.
I think I'm just gonna roll the dice, or just ask your chat to give you a deck. I think I'm gonna get on some Metafis, dude. Get back into the Metafy meta. I hate
and have a Metafy on how to pick a deck, and then at the end you say, "Now you tell me." That's the final test.
You're changing the game. We're just changing the game right there.
Yeah, right.
You
like
start the
these are the
Metafy.
things you weigh out.
I'll pay you to teach me.
Yeah, right.
No, wait. You pay me to teach me.
Well, yeah, because the final test is for them to say what's the best deck to play. After you presented all this information, now you tell me, based on what you've learned, which is the best deck.
There you go.
But honestly, I think they fixed the meta because the fact that like it's stressful again means that like they did make a good choice by banning Hiram, and I'm sorry to say it, but
no, you don't need to apologize. I think the correct choice was made. People are going to be affected both ways, but I think that it was clearly the right thing to do, and I'm
Well,
glad
yeah,
they did
because
it.
I didn't want to do set champs. I'll be honest. Like I was like, what? So I have to either play a deck I don't want to play or get wrecked all day by the deck I didn't play.
In the worst possible fashion
Yeah,
imaginable too.
yeah, in the slowest, grindiest. Because honestly, let's be honest, people would show up with that deck because they're like, well, so and so said it's good, and then just torture you every turn. They'll be like looking at their deck like it's the first time they've seen the cards.
Yeah.
And
Vision of the future. 45 minutes later. Oh my god. Yeah, give me out
can I
of
take that back? I'm like, you can take back this deck. Take it back home. You're hurting me so bad right now.
Did I not read what I was supposed to do? Like,
Yeah,
Did you just accept like a servitude to a witch lady and you didn't even like listen to what she told you to do?
yeah, apparently.
Did she fire
I
you?
needed it. Well, I can't leave this area, so.
Listen, good help is hard to find. But yeah, I will say that net deckings is you know, it's a good idea. I think it is a great place for people to start. However, do not. I think there should be like a warning on decks, like on like Dreamborn and whatever the other one ink decks. It should say like net deck friendly, and then it's like a 9 out of or 10 points. And like there's some that are like, yeah, you can net deck this, but I wouldn't, because like I think Diggy Hole is a deck that looked like it was a net deckable deck, but it is far more complicated than people think it is to play it well.
net deckability. I think that's a new metric that we
like,
haven't tapped
how
into yet.
easy is it to just build this deck, sleeve it up, and actually succeed with it? For example, I would say the worst net decker is Amber Emerald. Do not net deck that deck. You are
Amber Emerald. Yeah. I've tried that deck. It is not fun.
It is so complicated.
It is. I mean, if you get like significant reps in it, maybe, but it is definitely not something that you just can grab off the internet and lock in and play.
Well,
you
will
get fried.
Pandemonium, like he is the best at playing that deck, and I was like, oh, so he's losing. I was like, oh, so he's losing this game. He doesn't. It's over, and then he'd win. And I'm like, what is this deck? And the answer is,
But I think that's with any net deck. You got to like actually use it for a time.
Well, yeah.
So, I'm a super pro net decker. I enjoy the idea of net deckery. A lot of people when I was playing TCG back in the day,
enough
a lot of people
good enough to play any deck.
A
lot of people were like very anti net deck. It was like,
that's crazy.
You're
There's only so many.
Yeah, I think that's a silly take.
Well, and it's so funny too because people are like, I don't net deck, and you look at their deck and it's like, wow, so you put 2 different cards that most of the other decks have. You crazy Spice Master. Like at the end of the day, unless you've never played a game ever before and you truly are making a deck based on never seeing cards in the meta, you are standing on the shoulder of a net deck. Like, I don't know. People who are like,
you're a net deck adjacent, dude.
Yeah. So I have a friend that, it's like, I built this deck. I'm like, okay, but you just added Bagheera. So like, I get it. You did build it, but like, it's just Kiwi, but with a different, anyway.
Or you're like, oh yeah, I built, look at my new deck I just built. And it's like literally like a DKP deck without like, you got 2 all is found and 2 let it go.
I got nothing to hide in here. And I'm like,
oh, look at that. This is me, dude. I got this. This is my new deck. I made this. I'm like, bro, let's cut the crap, dude. Let's lock in. Let's cut the malarkey for a second.
Yeah, and just say, hey, it's a style of.
That's why all of my videos, I always like to shout out to the real ones and salute to the OGs, the originators, the people. Everything is derivative after a certain point, you know.
Yeah.
Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy after a certain amount of time. So I think we're all net deckers.
Yeah, and I think when I say, because someone said like, well, if you put the reps in, it'll be good. And I'm like, well, yeah, I think any deck, if you learn how to play it, is good. I'm just saying that like, how quick is that curve? Is it you sleeve it up and like the first game you're like, oh, I get it, or is it takes, for example, I think I don't know, Blurple might be one that takes a little bit. Blurple, Amber Emerald.
I've noticed in my own experience, because my whole shtick I do on my stream is I play a new deck every single day.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is, one, I want to learn all the decks or have an experience, and I want to play a multitude of different cards so I can have like become a better broadcaster or whatever. So I've tried this card, I've tried this deck, before. Here's my experience. And what I've learned is that Blurple it felt more intuitive to me as a player. And there are certain strategies like the Amber Steel actually is a lot less intuitive. It's much more difficult, in my opinion.
Well, because you have to make really hard choices over and over. Like you have to constantly know, based on this person's deck, what is the right way to use my resources. And if you don't know that, then you're gonna have a really bad time and just make dumb choices.
Same thing with a lot of the other steel decks too, like Purple Steel. I played Purple Steel and actually won that Queen I have back there. I won that with a Purple Steel deck, And same thing. It felt into maybe it's amethyst. Amethyst just seems like an intuitive color, and then the steel maybe. I don't know about that one. The emerald seems like a difficult color in my opinion because all they don't have those types of play this card, get this thing off the field. 1-for-1 exchanges makes sense to my brain. Perhaps I don't know.
Yeah, and I think like with steel, the learning curve is you're like, I have removal, but like you only have like 8 removals, so like chill out, dude. Like you have to be very like judicious of when is the time to do removal and when is not the time to do it. And I think that's something that people forget is harder about steel versus ruby, where you're just like wipe the board, which is a little less hard to make that decision sometimes.
Or if you have the other way where you're like, oh, I gotta bounce this thing back to their hand at this time and discard this thing at that time to potentially get the threat off the board that way, or Bruno, or discard their hand and then sing a Bruno to use the thing as a Dragonfire. It's just a lot of things you got more cerebral stuff. I think Emerald makes you think a bit more, and I think when you have a lot more decisions to be made, that will always favor the better player, and that's just another way to express your skill. I think
it is, yeah. So, and I think, yeah. What do you think has been the hardest 2 decks? So we know that Amber Emerald is on your list.
Amber Emerald to me was very difficult. My next hardest deck that I think I remember playing. I'll have to look at some of my Dreamborns to really deduce. But I played like a emerald amethyst, like not the discard one, but I played one. That was just a bad deck, so maybe that one doesn't count. But I still think Steel Song was quite difficult.
Hit the wall like a dummy.
I think that some of the aggro stuff was kind of tough.
Well, okay, that one's tough because it's like, did you win?
Yeah.
By turn 5? Yes. Great. If you didn't, well, you lost. And I think that's the hardest part of aggro.
Sapphire Steel was really hard, and it's almost impossible now. Like Sapphire Steel is almost unplayably hard to
even
play.
The Kiwi Birds, like
Kiwi Birds is fine. I'm talking like more of the traditional ramp do thing deck, ramp dot deck. I think that deck is just cooked. It is so difficult. It's like you're squeezing water from a rock, like for no reason. It's hard mode for no reason.
Yeah,
like do something else.
Yeah, a deck where like you pretty much have to do something on a certain turn. If it doesn't happen, you're dead. It's like not a deck you want to play. You have to do this or you're done.
I don't know. I think Lamb Chops said that they might be coming out to the Lucky Llama this weekend. I'll be there.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so excited to see it.
Come on through. You're in Nebraska. It's close, right? I looked at a map.
I'm in Colorado still.
Oh, Colorado. I keep saying Nebraska. I'm so sorry.
I know. And also Nebraska's still not close to Arkansas.
Get in a car and drive from Colorado to Arkansas.
All right. Where in Arkansas is it?
Fort Smith.
Fort Smith. That sounds like a place that I've heard of before. Let's see here.
All right.
What is that?
I gotta go.
Okay, that was good. Anyway, as far as the drive from here to Fort Smith, just as your closing argument, it would be don't give up on me. It's coming. 11 hours. So yeah, that's nothing.
That's nothing. That's an easy 11 hours. Wow, America is massive, dude. We need to chill out with our. Oh
my god, it'd be such a terrible drive too.
That's miserable. Don't do that. That was a JK.
Yeah, it would be through the state of Kansas, then Oklahoma into Arkansas.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
How many times are you gonna make the joke to Tennessee with Arkansas? Because I've made it once.
Never. Probably a few times. I think I'll get that.
Hopefully, there's a player from Tennessee. So hopefully, if that comes up, then you'll at least make it once. Otherwise, there's really not a place for it. But I hope that happens.
I'll rip it a few times. I think I'll get it off a few times.
All right. Well, JDZ's leaving. I'm leaving. And now you get to watch Luke quietly playing.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for chatting.
Bye.
Bye, Luke. Bye, Katie. Thanks, guys, for hanging.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, now to get this down. How? I don't even know how I'm supposed to get around this. I could probably just look it up. There's got to be a secret way through here somewhere. It's not that way. Let's run over here towards the left. Just listen to the entire extended cut of Lord of the Rings and we'll be there in no time. Yeah. It was not over here. Bridgehead. It's kind of a bridge. That's a disappointment. It's probably right here. I mean, it even shows an entrance there, so I just got to figure out how to get into that. I wish I remembered. Can we cut Daisy from Steel Song? Sure. So she's best against like Sisu style decks. So like it's gonna make your matchups against Ruby Amethyst a lot worse. B prep decks basically it's gonna be worse. And it is a good one drop that can like hold a big amount of damage on it. But it's like we can maybe afford to cut her for like a Nala or something, but I'm not a huge fan of that. How do I make this jump? Oh, I clicked off the screen. No. Yeah, it depends on what you want. If like you need Naveen's or not. Huh. It's me. All right. It shows an entrance here. It just doesn't let you get there. Oh. I know there's a way. Maybe. How do I keep getting into that screen? Is it through up here? But how do I get up into that? I feel like this was a later content. Alright, I'll try this stupid thing again. Should I have to use a magic spell or something to do it? The joys of not playing in a hot minute. Just gonna look. Oh, what is this even called? The Grand Lift. How do I get to Celiad then? Probably a portal somewhere. Sophia Riverwell in Limgrave. I don't even know where. Limgrave's down here. Oh, that's probably why I was supposed to talk to that Wolfersnapper, huh? Can't believe I like remembered where all of this stuff was at one point. Have I not even been down here? I don't even have portals, apparently. Wait, am I just silly? Is the silly ad? What's over here? Oh. I was thinking it was this. Oh, this makes things easier. I guess I just have to go up that way. Should I do this dungeon? Where'd you ping it in? I don't see a ping. I guess probably in here? No. Oh, you didn't ping me, you pinged someone else. That makes way more sense.
Hey, a pedo underscore exist.
Ooh, hold E. Oh, brilliant. I didn't know that was a thing. Isn't there a way to slide down? I didn't even need that. Did it? It should be coming after me. I'm confused. Oh, you know what? I need to use that right now. Oh, dang it. I thought that thing broke those. All right, I think this will be rough. How many turns ahead do you play the game? Depends on the deck. I mean, normally it's from the beginning. You just kind of you plan out your first few turns, and then it kind of shortens each time, right? As the less cards you have, the less turns you're able to easily plan ahead. Oh, I need to go up there and get my money. But that's there. Alright, whatever. I don't need the money. I'm not leveling up. I'm staying at 150, so I guess it's probably... Oh, that's scary. I knew it was going to be a worm. I just didn't expect it that fast. Oops. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna have to dodge like 5 or 6 attacks in a row. Feels like turns 1 through easier. Well, yes and no. Like, it's choosing what you're gonna be inking can be difficult. I don't know how that worked, but it worked. I think he just stayed in the death rot mist long enough that it got him. Hey, you know, it works, it works. You just throw some death mist and you try not to get hit. Ink, fair, yeah. If you're more or less playing your game and answering anything wild like Piglets or Super Aggro plays. I would argue that while the first 4 turns can be very easy, they are also like the most important turns of the game and can determine the outlook of the entire match, basically. So, like, if you don't have a good first couple of turns, you can get, like, pretty heavily punished for it. So it's, like, why the mulligan is so important. Like, because if you don't mulligan well, you can just get wrecked from it. It's like if they mulligan to their, like, great opening and you just kind of keep a mid open, then you get got. But if they mull and they whiff and you keep a mid, you can just get them right. So that's, like, one issue with the game. Issue's a strong word. It's not, like, a bad thing. It's just, like, one way to look at the game, one aspect of it. It's, like, easy to shoot yourself in the foot. As Dead Kana said. Dead Kana. Lorcana. Lorcana! It gets me when people say it that way. I don't know why. I think it's because I butcher so many words, and I had friends, quote unquote, who were just jerks, would just, like, not let it go. I'm pretty sure I killed this horseman. This is the first thing I did when I started this playthrough, is I don't see him running around. So we have to go take out Ragadad, or whatever. So we're just gonna go. I guess I probably should have just taken this portal up over here. Yeah, it's like not my fault my parents were terrible at words. That's the wrong direction. I want to go that way. Golden Seed, that's important if it was your first playthrough. Just take the gorge. Alright, stranger. I didn't even use magic on you. Although, you know, my weapon is imbued with it, basically, so I deal insane amounts of damage. Pretty sure people are gonna come here and attack me. Oh, who's this guy? One of the rare moments for story. Do I not own these already? Pretty sure I do, but whatever, I'll buy them. Nothing else I'm spending my money on. Yeah, get it. I got it. I got it. There you go, friend. Have some runes. I've got plenty. I pressed F, but I didn't. He got a heal off and took me down. Eat dog shit, tarnished. I wonder if he'll attack me right away again. Oh, he will. Oh, didn't see that one coming. Oh, once again. All right. All right, bro. Okay. He's like, your blade won't stun me. I should have pressed F to get around that first attack. Oh, there it is. He's like, I'm gonna roll every one of your magic attacks. Some of them should hit point blank, but they needed to nerf magic somehow for PvP. Even though he's obviously not a human, but... I want my slide to go around him. My slide just, like, hits him directly. I think I can wear less armor somehow to make my character have a farther dash, but... Strong dude sees me, disappears, and gets me right there. That's what I get for using the fun footstep. I should just use the roll. But maybe I would have rolled into it anyways. A case tournament. Steel Song or Purple. I think Steel Song's probably one of the better choices. Or if you think there's a bunch of Steel Song, maybe play Ember Steel. His reach seems to be farther than I remember it to be each time. I'm just bad. A lot of blue. Yeah. I mean, you just have to. Yeah, we're actually streaming on Elden Ring. I'm not in the Lorcana for once. For once. Yeah, it's tarnished are a sad lot when they're bad like me. It only took 1,000 tries. I wonder what story I just like messed up by taking him out. They're like, we're not letting you cast that spell. He didn't even let me try that time. Oh, those puppers are having a full meal. That's what I get. I think that's going to be it for today. Oh, I have so much more grinding to do to get towards the DLC. So frustrating. It makes me wish I did not start the New Game Plus. Yeah. For how bad I was at it. I remember it's like crazy. I was like, man, this game was like hard. I was dying all the time. And then I started the New Game Plus and I've been playing. I was like, I was just not dying. I was like, oh yeah, because I have 1,000 vigor, right? Like I have all the health. Whereas when I play as a mage, I don't put any in health because it's like, don't get hit. Like, health stat is a weak person stat. Pete looping's pretty good if you can get it to maintain. Alright. Set the name category. Oh my goodness. What did I just do? We're just gonna hit this one. Now Doc looping's the real feels. Oh yeah, bouncing back Doc feels insane. I love it. Like if it's the only reason in my mind to play Amethyst Steel is because it's just a Doc deck in my mind. I don't play the heavier version, not even necessarily with Elsa's, but that might be the way to go. Still, even with Doc, there's just so many bases you have to hit. All right, well, thanks for hanging out when I played Elden Ring. We'll do Lorcana tomorrow. You all have a great day.